because people are slimy. And so you don't want to get slime on you because you have integrity and whatnot. But meanwhile, they're being successful and you're struggling to find a place to live. Hey. All right. So, as I was saying, these two cards have fell out. So this is the Emperor, which is authority, structure, stability, and leadership. But I'm also looking at it as basically the patriarchy, like the way that it has influence business to be something that is very distasteful, very unappealing, very disgusting. Luckily, we are in the age of feminine and business is changing and people are looking for community. People are looking for connection. People are looking for other people with integrity. However, there's still enough people out there who are attracted to the slime as long as it shines, as long as it got some bling to it, as long as it could tell people how to make six figures. Hey, Sonny. And then they get mad because they got scammed by a con artist. Like, there's a lot of people out here who are like, oh, I made six figures. Yeah, you figured it out for you, but you don't even know how to teach it for other people. Yeah. So, anyway, meanwhile, I can teach other people and I still haven't figured it out for me because I'm a Gemini. I changed my mind. All right. So, as I said, it's this. So this feels like the patriarchy. This feels like doing things same old, the way that it's always been. Um, and I will say that it hasn't worked for a lot of people. And, you know, that grind, that putting out, say, content in a sense, putting out content, putting in the hours, checking off the list, going to school, getting their certifications, all this hard work that people have been doing to try to fit in this patriarchy just leaves them feeling upside down, leaves them feeling depleted, leaves them feeling misaligned, leaves them feeling relatively unsuccessful, even if the money's there. Even if the money's there. I know many people, many, more than one people who are seven-figure earners who completely burnt out in these last 5 years. And a couple of them are starting all the way over, as in even lost their own living space too. And so they're having to start all the way over. And they don't know how to navigate that space because it doesn't feel good anymore. In fact, a friend of mine who was a high six-figure earner, and she was very successful in creating things for people. Like she showed them how to do funnels and how to create their own digital products before it became this little buzzword nasty thing that's all over the internet. But like real digital products, not these multi resale rights or whatever it is bullshit that people are doing right now. Just the new pyramid, but like real digital products, like things that actually impact your life and help your life, and that you're not trying to scam people to sign up for so you can get your money back. I'm sorry if I stepped on your toes. Please enjoy the crunch. But anyway, um, she just put a post up herself and she talked about how she had to step away for a year. And then when she tried to go back, it was like, this doesn't fit anymore. And that's it. And I want y'all to know that's okay. It's not meant to fit if it's not aligned. There is nothing worse than being successful in a place that is misaligned with your life. I'd rather take a little bit more time to figure out what that is than to get stuck being responsible for other people's livelihoods in a business that is successful on paper, but that actually robs me of my joy. So that's where we are right now, right? That is where we are right now. And if that is a place that you're in, understand that you're in good company. There are a lot of people in that same place and space. And that's why if you look at these billionaires, they're not satisfied. There's nothing that's satisfying them because they are wholly misaligned. And so they got to make more and more and more, chasing accomplishment, chasing these titles, world's most riches. They're chasing something that will never actually give them any validation whatsoever. Instead of looking at what they actually achieved and go, it is good, and enjoying it. Because I'm not saying money don't buy you happiness. It surely can make it a lot easier to find. But if you're going to be spending your life looking for it, You're just betraying your own purpose. And I'm going to tell you again, in this age of feminine, you're being asked to recover. You're being asked to heal. You're being asked to rest before you do yourself in. Who wants to be dead at the desk? Not me. All right. So we're going to get some readings done today. I haven't been following up on all the Mandarin stuff. So But let me tell you this. You're seeing him way more than you have seen him in months. That's not possible for somebody as tired as he was. Who knows? You're seeing him every single day in the past week. So let's correct that. Are you seeing him? Is there a mix of AI? Yeah, I don't know if y'all saw that Christmas thing. But there's also body doubles. And they're looking a little bit thinner than he is. It's amazing. And so, please trust your own judgment. You're absolutely right. Something feels off. You're absolutely right. Because something is off. Trust your judgment here. Okay? Trust your internal guide. Trust it all because, and the goosebumps are here. Something's off. All right? So, there you go. Right at the bottom of the deck. What's off? You are being manipulated. Interesting. So, like I said, they pay attention to our social medias all the time. And so one of the things that people were saying is, man, you've slowed down. You're not everywhere all the time. And if you go to, like, say, the White House YT channel, you'll see there are days in between his appearances, but not anymore. Every single day in about the last week, he has been out. And that's real interesting because the man is tired. They still do a couple of the little things where you see him sleeping because they got to make sure to keep that up. But he's a little too spry for a man who's sick. And he is very, very sick if he's not already. If he's not already in the sky. Okay? So I want you to keep your head about you. We got a big crash coming. We have a huge crash coming. Woo, a huge crash coming. In several different sectors at once. Okay, hey son, we have the AI bubble about to crash, which is going to impact the stock market. We have the housing market that's going to crash. If you're in a major city, I don't know if you've noticed it, but there are lots of for sale signs up lately. And a lot of reasons people are selling these houses is not because they bought a new one. It's because they don't want to lose the one they have. There's a lot of shady shit going on, and nobody's talking about it. And they didn't release the numbers today like they were supposed to. So now they're talking about releasing the numbers next time. Next time. Okay. So we have some major crashes coming up. I'm just letting you know. You do what you do. You plan how you plan. You prepare how you prepare. But be prepared. That's what I'm asking you to do. Because we had a fairly good president to navigate the 2008, the effects of the 2008. We had somebody who actually cared about us. This time we don't. So we can't afford to crash under him. So hopefully he's gone. So once again, we're going to have some financial issues. Big, major financial issues. I'm even talking about things where you have saved money. stock markets, investments. Yes, there are millions being laid off. You guys, we are going into a year that is going to feel like slogging through the mud, but that year is going to get people mad. They're going to need the bunker. Let's put it that way. And it's right, though. It's absolutely right, because we were asleep. And so now we're having to learn. And this is some big learning, okay? We don't really have time for regret anymore. We have time for action. We have time for preparation. We don't have time to regret anything we've been through. Oh, thank you, love. You need to be getting prepared. So pages are learners, okay? This is what you need to be doing. You need to be figuring this thing out. What am I going to do? Because if that job is gone, what are you going to do? If your business has to close, what are you going to do? If someone gets sick, what are you going to do? This is your time to be planning, because new beginnings are coming. And whether they feel like they're scary, I promise you they're good. We just have to get through it, okay? So the new beginnings are coming. You're going to be at the bottom of the mountain, meaning you're going to have to learn how to climb. So in that thing, it's also asking you to return to purpose, to return to the living water that's within you. Whatever you believe that is, whether you believe it's in God, or if you believe it's in soul or spirit, or however you title it or name it, okay? That's what you're being asked to return to. You're being asked to return to self. You're being asked to trust yourself. You're being asked to build a relationship with yourself. And you're being asked to honor yourself. What do you want to actually do? What do you actually want to be? Because you've done what people told you to do. You've done what was expected of you. Now it's time to actually live the way you want to. And I promise you, if you're living in purpose, you will be provided for. And the more you live against your purpose, the more you're going to actually struggle. And that's not what you want. So, again, millionaires were made in the mud. Just remember that. Millionaires are made in the mud, and we're about to face an avalanche. So, where do you see the gaps? Where do you see the things that you can fill in? Where do you see the need for a community like you? Again, it could be in gardening. It could be in hosting, I don't know, talks, circles. It could be in getting parents and children together and doing fun things like that. What you're going to need in this next season is going to be community, because, hey, Leah, you don't want to be walking this thing alone. All right? So we can't be looking backwards. We can't be waiting for our ship to come in. That's not what we're supposed to be doing. We're no longer supposed to be in this place of waiting. As we enter into the winter season, winter doesn't mean dead. Winter doesn't even mean hibernating. Winter means planning, okay? So that by the time the spring comes, you're ready to bloom, okay? So be ready for that. And don't look for the government to save you, because the government itself is about to be completely restarted, right? It's going to get there. It's going to get there. It's going to be restarted. But you need to be putting your own stake in the ground. You need to be putting your own foot on your path. You need to be just really gearing up, being ready. Have courage. Don't be afraid. Well, I mean, not tell you don't be afraid. Have courage in the face of your fear. Okay? Fear is healthy. Just be courageous. Find that courage to keep going. We don't need you to quit. We don't need you to check out. We don't need you to do none of that. We need you to find the courage to keep going. Because as long as you have breath, you have purpose. Okay? So even if it feels like it's going to go slow, even if it feels like it's taking too long, I promise you, keep planning, keep preparing, because when it happens, it's just going to take off. Thank you. It's just going to take off. Y'all. So, and it's really interesting. These are wands, right? Both of these are wands. And I heard this story. It was in a church that I heard the story, but it's a natural scientific thing. And it's a story about bamboo, right? So bamboo will, when you plant bamboo or what have you, it stays underground for like 3 years, 3 to 5 years. And it looks like nothing is happening. Some of you are in your 3 to 5 years already. Some of you are towards the end of your 3 to 5 years, right? Because the pandemic was 5 years ago. And a lot of us were slogging anyway at that time. So you are near that end, okay? So that said, this is what bamboo does. You will look at it, look at it, look at it. You're waiting for it, waiting for it, waiting for it. And it's in the dark. And the thing is, the dark is the part where you can't see, unless you got like some kind of freaking like, you know, like it's growing in, I don't know, something that, some kind of like see-through hydroponic thing, right? So aside from that, but with bamboo, it takes like 3 to 5 years to grow. And then all of a sudden, you know what happens? All of a sudden, that bamboo goes, I forgot how fast it grows. It's something like feet within hours. Feet within hours. Let me look this up real quick. How fast does bamboo grow? When I tell you, it's incredible. How fast does bamboo grow in a day? So how fast does bamboo grow is shockingly quick. It grows fast, like really fast. Like according to the Guinness Book of World Records, it is super fast. It also has regeneration powers, meaning if you cut it, it's just going to stimulate the growth. You have to be the bamboo in this season, right? And okay, okay. I feel my next article coming on. All right, so let me tell you how fast it grows. It can grow 35 inches per day. Y'all heard me? Bamboo can grow 35 inches per day. If that was weave, child. Let me see. To 40 feet in just 5 years. So it's going to grow. It's going to go from having what looks like no movement. It's going to go from having, you know, like, just looking like it's stagnant, looking like it's going nowhere. It's going to go from that to 35 inches. That's 3 feet. 3 feet per day. Are you serious? 3 feet per day. And that's what you're supposed to be doing. You're supposed to be in preparation for this time, because when your time hits, exactly, it's a whole toddler every single day. A whole toddler every single day. Can you imagine? Or if we were talking about like Twilight or something, it's Bella's baby. I forgot her name. Okay. She went like from newborn to 7 in a week. That's exactly what we're looking at. And that's exactly what I'm talking about, because that's exactly the season that we're in. We're in the season where it felt like nothing was happening. Everything you try to do doesn't seem to be going anywhere. You get a little excited and then nothing happens and it just seems like wait. But if you are in active waiting, if you're in active expectation, and if you're in active preparation, when the season comes, acceleration, it is going to be so fast. So you need to be embracing this slow speed, embracing the preparation, because then you'll be acclimated, or you'll find it easier to acclimate to the accelerated levels of success, of elevation. So you have to be prepared now. You have to get prepared now. If you're writing a book, get prepared now. If you are, planning to do a movie, get prepared now. If you are trying to plant stuff for a different season, you do it right now. Because when it grows, it will take off. If you're trying to, make it as an artist, well, guess what you should be doing? You should be preparing now. That means every single day, giving yourself and honoring your gift every single day. A few minutes a day, 10 minutes a day, 15 minutes a day, 30 minutes a day, whatever you can swing. Stop putting it off, because what's going to happen is you're going to miss the window of your season. And I know people say what's for me is for me. Yes. But if you miss the season, you're going to be caught in a cycle trying to prepare for the next one. And who knows how long that will be. This is the time to prepare. So I want you, and it's really interesting. That's why this is what brought up the bamboo for me, is because in this little reading that just fell out, you have these bamboo shoots. You have these wands, these sticks, these things, where it's talking about plant, put it down, plant yourself, mark your territory, prepare, get set up, because you're going to have courage to make it through this next part of it. Then it's talking about the slow movement, the lack of progress, this thing that is looking like, because I want to do like 5 yes, no questions before we get into things. So then, whatchamacallit? So it looks like delays, it looks like miscommunications, but y'all, all it takes is that one yes. And you might as well practice saying yes to yourself, so it could be you being the first one who gave it to you. And then, instead of just waiting for your ship to come in, you're preparing so that when it does come, you already ready to refuel and head back out. Okay? So, I don't know where that reading just came from, but it wanted to talk to you guys. And I feel it, like I really feel that all 5 of these came right back out. Same thing. It's like just saying the message all over again. Get ready, get prepared. Because it's a new season. It's a new beginning. We are in the age of Aquarius. You can look up the astrology of it all. Like you can do that, but that's where we are. It's time for the new. It's time for the new. So be prepared before it passes you by. All right. So speaking of that, let's talk about the new. So I did a reading for Jasmine Crockett. Here's the board. I did a reading for Jasmine Crockett on the day that she had put in her... Yay! You're working on your shadow work oracle cards? Okay. Are you drawing them? Like, are you creating them? That's dope. But yeah, so I did a reading for Jasmine, and we talked about how hard the journey was going to be for her. We talked about how slow of a slog it was going to be for her. How much it was, what is causing this feeling of anxiety to do anything after toxic relationship? I mean, I can't speak to you personally. Speaking of anxiety, I can't speak to you personally, but I will say, since you want to come out here, okay, here's the story. The thing is, when you're caught in a web of anxiety, and I actually did this myself, by the way, because for the last 3 years, I have been going through the hardest struggle of my life. But it also coincided with burnout. When you're coming out of it, and this is really interesting. I actually heard about this in relation to people who have been spending time as homeless people, right? Because when you're homeless or when you're in a violent relationship or when you're living in fight or flight or whatever the different modes are. When you're doing that, you're always ready, right? You're always ready. You're living in anxiety. You are, you know, you're watching for everything. So when you hit that space of safe, and that's the same thing, like I said, with the homeless people, they have to be aware, like even while they're asleep, right? But when you get a home, or when you get in a space of safety and you no longer have to do that, your entire body crashes because it no longer needs the flood of cortisol. There we go, stress hormone. It no longer needs that flood of cortisol. It no longer knows what to do because rest and safety is unfamiliar, and in fact, it also feels unsafe. So, one of the things that starts to happen is you get completely, I'm going to use the word tired, because some people will sleep. Like you actually will sleep a lot. May even slip into depression about it because what do I do with this stuff, right? Um, but also for me, it coincided with burnout because I had been going and going and going and going and going, never actually taking a moment to pay attention to the signals that my body was sending me. So like when I found out I had, when I finally got diagnosed with ADHD, and I realized all the things I was trying to do were actually antithetical to who I was. Like I'm trying to stress myself in here, and I'm beating myself up about this or beating myself up about that. And if you're in a toxic relationship, you're doing the same thing. Oh, I need to do stuff to keep them quiet, or oh man, like why did I do this? I knew they were going to be angry. So in other words, when you're the one feeding yourself all this negative self-talk and being on high alert, getting into that safe space, putting all that down sends your body, at least for me, your body and your mind into reset. And reset means you have to shut all the way down and then reboot. And if you notice, computers don't just come back online. They go through everything. They go through all of the systems to make sure that, are you running? 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 Okay, now we can come all the way up. So when you are out of those situations, those high anxiety situations, you have to allow yourself to put it down, but you have to be aware that means that your reboot is going to be slow. And it should be slow because if you go fast, you're not healing, right? And so this is a time when you do take time to heal. So this is a time when you do take time to get to know who you are again. This is a time when you go and at least take a walk, and you do not yell at yourself. You give yourself grace and space to heal. You give yourself grace and space to recover, because it takes about 2 to 3 years to do that. And if you try to rush it, all you do is reset and start over. So this is when you allow yourself to be okay with not doing anything. This is when you allow yourself to be okay with rediscovering, okay, what do I actually like? Do I like this because they like this? Or do I like this because I was expected to like this? But I don't really like that. So I'm not going to do that anymore. So what do I like? Why am I watching this movie? Why do I want to go for a walk? Why, like start taking yourself out and getting to know yourself again. Journaling is also really, really good, not because it's a girly activity, but because it's a conversation with your mind, right? Because we can sit here and swirl and swirl and swirl and swirl, but when you start to write it down and get it outside of your head, you get to see it for what it is. And a lot of times it's like, it's not that big of a deal. Or wait, I'm getting the answer about how to deal with this. Because especially if you're a spiritual person, what actually ends up happening is you stop talking to yourself really, and you start talking to your higher self and interacting. And the biggest thing about it though is you have to give yourself space, grace, and time. Here's the thing, since we're talking about this, right? So as I said, the anxiety card came out as soon as we were talking about this. But what also followed that is death. Because the death card is the old ways are gone. So you are now in a new season of getting to know yourself. I'm going to use the stereotypical metaphor of the butterfly right now. But the butterfly starts off at a caterpillar. Well, the whole stage is before we get to a caterpillar, but let's talk about the caterpillar part. And all the caterpillar knows how to do is just eat and try to stay alive, right? We all read Eric Carle, The Hungry Little Caterpillar. But what starts to happen is it gets to a point where the season is changing for it and it goes into a chrysalis. It doesn't even know why it's going into this thing. So the chrysalis is the darkness. It's that place where I don't know what to do. It's that place where rest is foisted upon you. And in that place, in the chrysalis, you have to die. You die to your old ways and you die to your old self so that you can be reborn. I'm not even talking about the butterfly just yet, right? Because here's the thing. The caterpillar was always the butterfly. Scientifically, the caterpillar always had the coded information for being a butterfly. So in other words, the caterpillar always had its wings. It just didn't know it. So when you're going into this place, or when you're in this dark place, get excited. What are you about to rediscover about yourself? Because the other side of anxiety, the other side of nervousness is excitement. It lights up the same parts of the brain. So you might as well go, okay, let's flip this coin and let's start getting excited. What am I about to discover about myself? Because the truth is, again, I'll say it, and I've been saying it every day this week, as long as you have breath, you have purpose. So as long as you have breath, your wings are still waiting to unfold. And if you're in a dark place, you're just in a chrysalis. And you have to be okay with the death that takes place in there so that you can be reborn into who you've always been. Okay? So that death is it's necessary. It is transition. It is change. It is rebirth. All right? But this is your choice too. You have a choice right now to continue making the bad ones, of trying to rush yourself, right? You have a choice right now of continue making the bad ones, of trying to still be who people want you to be. You have the choice right now of making the bad ones, of showing up for other people instead of showing up for yourself. Choosing to nap whenever you feel like it. Let me tell you, one of the most rebellious and most uncomfortable things I've ever had to do was take a nap while the sun was still up. I felt so bad doing it. Oh my God. Because we are so programmed that we are to be always productive. And one day I just needed to take a nap. And I went and I took one. And you know what? When I got up, I was the most productive that I was going to be that day. Because if I kept pushing through the tiredness, the exhaustion, the soul weariness, I wouldn't have been productive at all. I would have just been pushing around whatever it is I needed to do. All right? Or thinking about, man, I wish I can go to bed. Go to bed. Take a nap. Go lay down. It is okay. If you want to go watch a movie by yourself, go watch a movie by yourself. If you want to, listen, when you're going through a mental health issue, the gym is the best place to be. To go and exercise, like some fun exercise, like Zumba or swimming or, something like that. I do water aerobics. That's like a community by accident. It is the best thing you can do because physical health is mental health and it just resets you. Oh, you did dance class. See? That's great. That's great. Listen, it's the best thing you could do for yourself is to actually go to the gym, but not for fitness. Go to the gym for your mind. It takes you out of your element and do a class though. That's why I love LA Fitness. I know every state doesn't have one. But with LA Fitness, with their membership, you get free classes. Hardly any of them other gyms do that, right? Or they'll charge you oh, you can come to the gym for $25. Okay, that's great. But if I'm in there working out by myself, looking at other people just working out by themselves, that's not fun. But if you go to say LA Fitness, and you go for like the Zumba class or the yoga class or the Pilates class, or if you're older, you could do like the silver sneakers class or the water aerobics like I do, or the cycling class. Like all these classes are free, well, are included in your membership. And so there is like no cap on the number of classes you can take. And it's just an hour, 45 minutes of fun. And then when you're done, guess what you did? You burned off cortisol. There's another hormone that you burn off, but cortisol is the stress hormone. You burn it off, and then you get serotonin coming in and dopamine for us ADHD people. Like the feel good stuff happens. I get the best nap ever after I work out. People are like, oh, I'm so electrified. Hell no, I'm going to sleep. I'm going to take that shower. That's going to be a nice one. you know? Or if you have to do your day, it works like almost like Adderall or something. It just like calms your brain. Like I remember I used to go for a brisk walk like an hour before work, take that shower, and I would drive in all that traffic without cussing anybody out. Oh my God. And that's when I realized, oh my gosh, this actually works. So the other thing here is that came up here is, again, this is new beginnings once again, but this one here says new opportunities. So not just a beginning, an opportunity. And so in this card, if you notice, there's a lot of things that we've been refusing, and a lot of times they have to do with what our purposes are or what our true desires are. And a lot of times we wouldn't do them because they're not in alignment with what we think we're supposed to be doing, and all this money generating we're supposed to be doing, and all this check boxing and societally acceptable jobs and things that we're supposed to be doing, yet we are miserable and hate Mondays. Well, guess what? In this season, you're getting another chance. You're getting another offer of do the damn thing you want to do. But guess what? It's the last offer. A lot of us, if we don't take this one, we're either going to have miserable lives until the next cycle, or some of us won't make it out of this one. What I've noticed for people is if you don't pursue a purpose, sometimes you get a restart, and that restart is a different whole life. I've noticed that people who will not chase their purpose, they end up restarted. So this is telling you that this is a season of new opportunity. And so this is a season for you to be seizing that new opportunity, to stop saying no to it and to start saying yes to it. So it says new opportunities with gratitude. Yes, be grateful for the darkness. Because sometimes, y'all, especially with me being a ADHD person, being at people's house, like for instance, I went to Tennessee for Thanksgiving, being around people and all that energy, oh my God, it's so overstimulating. And then when I walk in the house and the house is dark and nobody's there, that darkness isn't scary. That darkness is like a hug. So sometimes it's just a shift of perspective. So the other part is you're being told that if you are sitting in this, if you're looking at this next season with negativity, oh my God, we got 3 more years of this. This is going to be horrible, blah, 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 blah. Listen, the external world is not your internal world. Mm-hmm. What do I mean by that? I mean, you can keep giving away your power over your own life to people who don't even know you or see you. Or you can take your own power and change and choose your own life, right? So don't sit here in a lack of faith and hope. Hope is the last thing you give up. It is the last thing you give up. And for people who need to rebuild their faith, not necessarily in a religion or a belief, but in themselves, you only build faith through action. That's the only way. So if you say that you are going to do something, do it. That's how you rebuild faith and trust in yourself. And that's a muscle So the more you keep your word, the more you love on yourself, the more you take care of yourself, your body, your dreams, your hopes, your wishes, etc., the more you take a step towards those, the stronger your faith gets, the bigger your hope gets, the closer your star gets. But the more you give your power away, the further away everything else seems. So this is a reminder here, again, about the darkness. It doesn't have to be discouragement. You get to change your perspective. I am in the season before I grow my wings. I am in the season before I transform. I am in the season before I become who I've always been, right? Now, mind you, some of us got a few more seasons to go, because I'm only 46. I don't plan on quitting after this season. I got like another 46 years, maybe a little bit less, but hey, so I do know that I'm going to be changing over and over and over again, and so will you. But each one should be a different level of you, not a lower level, a different level, because the goal is to elevate, right? So I need you to understand too, is that it is time. Oh man, it is really time to start taking care of yourself. So whatever your addictions are, oh, damn it. Why are you talking to me? I said addictions, and I was like, damn it, I gotta delete the game. Because I play games a lot on my phone. So whatever your addictions are, you've got to start getting rid of them. You've got to start fighting back from them. Because when you give your time away, or you give your joy away, or you give your body away, or whatever your addictions or obsessions or what have you are, when you lean too far into those, too far into the excess, too far into the everything, the disharmony, the imbalance of your own life, when you give too much away instead of balancing, um, gosh, this is a major arcana too. That's two back to back, talking about the things that we have to be working on. The star and temperance. So you gotta restore. Don't okay. I know people say work-life balance, but that's not the kind of balance you gotta restore. The type of restoration you need to do is your life balance, meaning you have to feed the different wolves, the different animals that live within you, right? So if you got the creative animal that needs to be fed, you feed the creative animal. If you got the, well, it's usually creatives. Most people don't pay attention to their creative animal. Most people don't. You have the survival and all that kind of stuff. Like, I got to make money. I got to pay for this. I got to pay for that. We feed that animal, but not knowing that we're killing ourselves because we don't feed the other one. It's like these are yin and yang. They have to live together. No is a verb, but no is an action too to me. If I say no, I also have to be no. You know what I mean? But it's just really interesting because this one came back out again. And it's going to close this, I guess, this impromptu reading with a reminder that we are at a new place, a new beginning. And again, this is asking you to be creative. Whatever your creative is. I know people think of like art or weaving or something like that. No, it's what brings you joy, like what literally lights your soul up and make you lose time. And like, honestly, these are cliched questions, but they are true. What could you do and never get paid? Exactly, writing. Writing is always my first answer. Storytelling. What can you do without getting paid and it would make you feel fulfilled until you saw the bill, of course. But you would be fulfilled with your life. Like, if this is the thing that you got to do for the rest of your life, at least like an hour or two or something out of your life, what would that thing be? And I'm not saying you have to make that a job. I know a lot of people are scared to make what they call hobbies into jobs. But I'm not talking about hobbies. I'm talking about things that are literally, I don't even want to say your calling, but like your gift. I'm not even saying talent. I'm saying gift, because a gift is something that you give to others, right? So it's not just for yourself. It's like when you create something, um, like I don't have the gift of hair, right? But uh, I know people who do. And so it's like whenever they see somebody, they're like, oh my God, I want to do their hair. Or there are people who can dress somebody. That's a gift because I can't, if it ain't a dress, I don't know how I go. I don't know how to put it together. And even if it is a dress, right? Um, and oh, thank you, Singing Mystic, because this is the other thing. People think that, oh, geez, here we go. People think it has to be in one bucket, but it can be in more than one, right? So, like for instance, several of the clients that I've met with, um, they would, have this particular thing here, but as I'm talking to them, I'm getting other things. So, like to put it in place. So, like for instance, I had somebody who was painting, and they made amazing stuff. Julia, that's why I'm going to sleep. I'm not gonna be on here too long. I'm going to sleep. You can see how like red my eyes are. They're burning. Um, but here's the thing is like, I want to say a gift is never one thing. It never is. It's like usually an amalgamation of more than one thing, right? I'm right, and I'm not even done making my point. But yeah, sorry. It's usually more than one thing. So like for instance, oh my gosh, where is that piece of work? This woman, she does this beautiful woodwork, this beautiful art. Um, I think it's all the way over there. She was one of the first people who I ever read. And I guess the reading was so good that she just sent me this art, and it was just so beautiful. And it had an elephant on it, and she didn't know how much I love elephants. But I guess she did because she was also spiritually gifted. Um, but as we were talking, I was telling her about how her art is actually healing. And she's like, what? I'm like, yes, your art is, look at that. There's the page of creativity, because it is passion. That's why it's fire. It's passion. It will burn you up. It will eat time, and you would be okay with that. You know what I mean? I'm not saying you don't deserve to be paid. Don't get that twisted, because one of the reasons I don't do free readings anymore is because I realize, like, uh, no, this is how I ended up in my financial position in the first place. I have to start valuing my own talents, my own gifts, my own whatever. But so that said, she created this beautiful artwork. But I told her, I'm like, I feel so good looking at it. And so it's not just the fact that, oh my gosh, she put this art together and it makes this point, whatever. But some people have light work in their hands. And so, okay, let's go with singing real quick. It's like somebody can sing the song and it's like, oh, that was pleasant. I like it. That's great. They can hit every note and be on pitch. You're like, oh, that's fantastic. That's wonderful. You should be in the chorus. And then there's some people who own the song. And when they sing the song, it makes every fiber in your being vibrate at a level that just makes tears come to your eyes. Same song, same notes, different gift, right? Because some people have light in their voice. It's the same thing with speaking. Some people have light in their voice. It's the same with writing. Some people have light in their hands. And so, in other words, gifts are not one thing, they are a multitude of things. I have a friend who can paint a background, and she just paints a background because she loves to do water paintings. And she'll just paint a background, and it'd be like this nice blue and ombre and whatever of water. And I'm like, I want that. And she's, no, I'm not done. I'm like, no, I want that. I look at that and I feel happy. I want that. And then she'll just paint over, and I'm like, the painting is great, but I wanted that base thing that you did. Because there, when you just let the paintbrush take you away, and like it's different. Our gifts get to infuse and bring healing. We bring healing in different ways. A lot of us have healing as part of our gifts. A lot of us have leading as part of our gifts. Um, they just get to manifest and show up in different ways. Exactly. Creativity itself is healing. It's like when you watch somebody play a game, you know, um, like literally play a game. There's somebody I watched on here play some little figure game. You know, one of those music games is kind of like Guitar Hero, but it's like on the phone. And I watched somebody like play that game. I sat there and realized I was still watching for an hour. Why? Because it was just so relaxing watching her play. Other people, I got annoyed with it. Our talents and our gifts are different. And it's just really, really weird and wild. But that's what we're being asked to do, is we're being asked right now to lean into our gifts, to lean into them. How do you hone them? You do them more. You allow yourself to do them more. Oh, I'm good at a lot of things too, but guess what? Um, what I started finding out is I do more what I like to do. Because there are a lot of things that I can do that I really don't love doing, you know? Um, and it's like, I guess as you get older, like that starts paring away. It's like, no, I don't want to do that. No, I don't want to do that. So, it's just really interesting because I love talking to people, for instance. That's one of my things. I love talking to people. That's why I have 9-hour lives sometimes. It's like, how did I go from hour 3 to 9? I didn't see that happen. Right. But what did I have to do to start like honing my gifts of learning how to trust some of the things that I see? Or I'm still learning that, by the way. But it's, you do it more. You do it more. And as someone said one time, they were like, you need to just allow yourself to be 1% better every time. 1% better every time. And so again, another learner here. This is what we're learning. And this is of pentacles. So it's not just of money. It's also of value. Hey, let me know what your question is and we'll get to it. But it's also of value. So what are the things that you value? What are the things that you love? What are the things that you wish you could explore? Do more of it. Does it have to make you money? It doesn't have to. In fact, take that off of the table while you're learning and then put it on there later. But it's also about discernment, right? So this is the other part, is discernment. You're good at the poetry, yes. So this is the Queen of Swords who popped up at the bottom of this deck, and she's like, this is discernment. So just because you can do a lot of things well, exceptionally well, some of us are just pretty damn good. I don't know about those people who are like, you know, a jack of all trades or whatever, but being a master of one, blah, blah, blah. Like some of us are just master at many. Sorry. Jealous much? Like we just are. However, that's because we're curious and we try to figure stuff out. But there are still things that we would really like to do, and they find their way to happening. And sometimes they just happen in ways that you don't expect. Like I was not reading a damn thing back in March. Like I wasn't. Stay curious. Exactly. That's the job. Stay curious. What would happen if I do this? What would happen if I do that? What would happen if I try this? What would happen? And whatever you're curious about, that's a good indicator to just follow that path. I just saw somebody, oh my gosh, they're so successful. It was just a podcast that I was watching. And this lady said something to the fact of, I just follow the light. Wherever I feel lit up to explore, that's where I'm going. And it always leads to success. Always leads to success. Because nothing's wasted. And so here's the other thing, is that there's going to be hardship for you if you do not do it. There's going to be hardship for you. Because of my financial hardships, I was like, you know what? I'm gonna go back to teaching, right? I was 2 years short of getting all my student loans erased. So I was like, all right, I'll go back to teaching for 2 years. When I tell you, my entire household, my children, my fiance, they all, like, it was comical. They all said no at the same time. And I was like, why? And he's like, you were miserable. Okay. And he's like, and you made us miserable. I was like, well, damn, thanks. But it was true. Okay, so that's an interesting question. Let me see what I can get for you in a second. And I'll read out the question so that if people watching the replay can get the answer. Oh, just real quick, by the way, for anyone on TikTok, if you've missed anything, I do upload or stream right now to YouTube so that you can catch whatever you miss. So my YouTube is Lean Into the Spirit, and you guys will be able to see it there. All right, so just to finish that, how do you hone your thing? It is stay curious. It is follow the light. Follow what lights you up. Now, as far as like addictions are concerned, right? So the question is, will I overcome my addictions? Can I have your first name, please? I am. I'm live on YouTube right now, Amy. This is okay, awesome. Ooh. You know what's really okay. I saw your name and I just like there was like this thrum. I don't know how to say it. You know, okay, if we can think of a music note, and I'm not just saying that because you go by that name, but it was like you know how like you can get that first thrum on a guitar and there's like a vibration to the note? That's what just happened when I read your name. So that's a big one. Oh, snap. Hold on. Let me pray before I answer your question because I feel like I have to protect myself first. Before somebody comes in for you. Because I just felt like, knock, knock. All right, so hold on. Y'all give me a second. I forgot to do my protection prayer because I was trying to hit live before 11:59. So it would count for December 11th. Hold on, I gotta do a protection prayer. Okay. Whoa. Okay. So, hold on. All right, so a couple of things just came out for you. Okay. All right, so I'm going to tell you the first thing in your path is to actually forgive yourself. Part of what keeps you stuck in your addiction is the fact that you don't forgive yourself. Part of what keeps you stuck in your addiction is I feel like a lot of blame and shame, not just for the addiction, but for things you have done because of it. Okay. I'm going to show you what I got. And then, I'm sorry, there's a message that's trying to tease its way out. So I'm going to go ahead and deal with that. So actually the first card that came out was the the Emperor. Now I will tell you, for me, this is coming in very strong as father figure. This is coming very strong as an overbearing man in your life. Okay. All right. Well, I'm going to just say how I get it. One who has abused your trust. Um, and that's not the only thing. I'll put it that way. There's some secrets that you're carrying because of that. This is the High Priestess. These are two major arcana, so these are a big deal right now. So one of the other ways to release the addiction is to also release the secret. That way you can release yourself from the hold that it has over you. It feels almost like a Jenny situation. I don't know if you've ever watched Forrest Gump, but there's this part where she has to go back to the house and throw rocks at it to take the windows out, to use her anger and let it be emotion and outward. Oh my gosh. Instead of at herself, right? So, and funny enough, it was at that moment that she started to let go of her addiction. So I guess that's why that metaphor came up. I don't know if you've ever watched the movie, but do so if you haven't. Because there's this woman named Jenny who's his love. It feels like there's someone you hold a lot of anger at, and it's not just yourself. Someone who has abused you in different ways. And I could be off base, okay? But that secret is one that you have been hiding, you've been holding, and that has been feeding you shame. And it's not your shame. I could say more, but I don't want to. I don't want to. So the other thing to releasing yourself or unbonding yourself to your addiction is to face the pain, is to look at that past, is to face it head on and to tell the truth, at least to yourself. It is to also reframe it, because it feels like you're carrying, like I said, a lot of blame and a lot of shame. And whatever your addiction, that's what you use to, I won't say numb, because it doesn't feel like numbing. It just feels like to feel something. It feels the opposite of numbing. It's just to feel something different, to feel good. So basically, the answer to your question is, what do you plan to do? If you want to be released from addiction, it's a choice you have to make. I can't tell you. I can't tell you. Okay. But what I can tell you is I do feel a lot of sadness around it. It feels like you definitely need release, and you probably do find that in music. However, in music, it's too temporary. So you need to find a better way of releasing. And it's in speaking, not in singing, but in speaking and telling your truth and not hiding behind the voice, but in actually using your tool as another way of illuminating, um, I guess, like the truth and darkness. You know what I mean? Uh, because I would say music itself also feels like a drug. So again, it's just too temporary. With the high and whatnot. So it it's too temporary. Um, you have to speak. You have to speak. You have to confront the mirror. You have to like really look at yourself, but it feels like shift your eyes. Um, it's like you are anorexic of self-love. That's the image I get. Is like a person who's standing in front of a mirror and all they see is the worst of themselves. Okay. So hold on. I want to pull one more card for you. Where are you guys? Oh, duh. I don't know. Jamie Diamond? I don't know. Jamie Diamond? I don't know where that name. It's either a name or it's two different things. It's weird. It's like, I don't know if you know them, or maybe I'm hearing it wrong, but it was something about like, tell Jamie Diamond I said hi. Like, tell him Jamie Diamond said hi. No, but it's like Jamie or Diamond. I don't know if it's a nickname or something. That's his name? Oh, okay. Um, oh, good. So remember how we were talking about the yin and yang earlier? So this card is Oshun the warrior. And it's really cool because I'm like really getting that you're being asked in this season to swap your armor. It's not take your armor off, it's swap your armor. It's put on something that allows you to move instead of being clunky. Like swapping out at like a knight's uniform for something that's more fluid, you know, like if we think of anime or something where you can actually move, um, instead of being burdened by all this. I'll just say it as baggage. So it's like switch your armor. Like you don't have to stop being strong. You just get to be strong in a different way. Strong in a courageous way versus um, in an aggressive way. There's the strength of lions, and then there's the strength of um, I'm just gonna say Tasmanian devils. I don't know. Like that reckless, like wild, like I'm seeing like what's that guy? I'm seeing the cartoon of that. But then like I see lion, so I see something like Barack Obama or something, where it's like it's strong, but you don't have to tell people that you're strong. You know what I mean? I don't know if that makes sense. But it's like swap your armor. Swap your armor. Dress the way that you want to dress, that make you feel good in your skin, make you feel like you're showing up as your best self. That's one way. But it's also like vulnerability itself is an armor. Um, Truth itself is an armor. Um, and courage, instead of a more aggressive type of armor. So it says here, this is personal power, assertiveness, and leadership. And um, that's the other way. Like with you battling addiction, because that phrase in itself is wrong. It's like you don't have to fight anything you don't feel like fighting. Um, at some point, you go, "What am I doing this for?" Right? And then it's like, I'm not going to do that anymore. But the way you get to the place of not doing that anymore is owning your truth, facing your truth, facing your pain, giving people back their energy, even if you never see them again. Like it's something like a quantum therapy that I went through before, where they had me imagining like taking my whatever story it was that I was telling myself and the energy of that story, and then just like visualizing myself giving it back to them and releasing it. You could do it that way by literally like writing out a letter, by literally going to an abandoned house or something and throwing rocks or whatever. It's like give them back their energy, but get that energy up out of you or it's going to take your life. That's the biggest thing that I'm hearing is the fact that you're asking this question is saying that you know that it's the season, it's the time. And so you got to get that energy up out of you so that you can actually start living the life you really do want to live and telling the truth as you really do have, as it really is. Um, there's so many messages for you, babes. And I'm just like, honor your own boundaries. And I do want to honor my own boundaries, but I do feel a little pressed to say that. Okay. Oh, she looks like a lion. I just noticed that. Okay. So, and okay. That's what I'm saying. Like, I'm feeling like a lot. Like, I don't know if you saw it earlier, but my eyes were even tearing and stinging. But I also feel rage. So it's like, um, you have so much inside of you. There's grief, there's regret, there's sadness, there's rage, there's shame, there's a bunch of stuff. And the thing is, like, it's really not yours. Like, that's the truth of it. Is it really isn't yours. It isn't yours. It's like what you were given by whoever you were given it. And then you put it on as your armor. You put it on as your protection against those feelings. But all you did when you put that armor on was trap them inside. That's why you're being told swap your armor. Be vulnerable. Be courageous. Be like the lion. A lion ain't never got to show his teeth till it's time. You know what I mean? Does that make sense? Yeah. Like you don't have to carry that anymore. You don't have to be clunking around like a knight from what you call it of like King Arthur or anything, you know. So it's like dress as a different kind of warrior, the true warrior. Like take all that shit off. It's heavy. It's weighing you down. It's slowing you down, and people can hear you coming. Swap out. If you be a Scottish Highland warrior, you wear a cairn or whatever it's called so that you can slip out of it real easy and blend into the woods. You know, their stuff is the flannel style so that it would blend in with wood so it doesn't stand out, like that kind of thing. Like, or, like the leadership is different. It's different. It's vulnerable. It's human. It's intelligent, and that's what you get to be. Okay, so you got you got these blocked emotions, baby. You got to let them out. You have blocked emotions, and it also lends to blocked creativity. Water cups are cups, water, etc. Those are emotions, but they're also spirituality. And so that's the thing, that if you can tap back into it by letting this stuff flow and like not stopping yourself from feeling, you are allowed to feel, because that energy has to go somewhere. It has to go somewhere. And it's better you let it out before it bleeds all over you and whoever else is there. I just like shuffled through 4 different water cards for you, babes. I just saw the King of Cups upright. I saw the 4 of Cups upright. I saw the Queen of Cups in the reverse. Like, you got nothing but emotions. You have to let them go. Let them go. Let them out, because you are being asked to transform. You're being asked to get off the ground and get ready to fly. That's it, babes. That's all I got for you. I know it was supposed to be a yes, no, but I'm going to follow. I'm gonna be obedient in that one. Hopefully that helps you. But again, it's face it, face it, face it, face it, face it, so it can get off of you. You won't need it if you face it. Okay. You're welcome. All right. So, are there any more personals before we get into our politicals? I suggest no one else get a yes, no, thinking you're going to get the same kind of reading. You will not. But I was being pushed on that one. So, let's see. Oh, y'all. Okay. Who I wanted to read on the day. I got Jared, Ivanka, the PDF files, Corporate Gems, Tom Homan, Barbie Girl, the midterms. Who we reading on? Hey, Trista. Who we reading on? Oh, y'all, I don't read from chat. You have to get one of these. Oh, who got a doggy? Carly Ray. Okay, thank you, girl. I appreciate it. Carly Ray. Okay, so, so who should we read on, y'all? Was the V-ship AI? Oh, I don't know. I was totally tuned out. I don't know what we're talking about. What are we talking about? Oh, look. 7 of Cups. Card of Sobriety. All right. Who are we reading on? Thank you guys for liking over there on YouTube. Thanks for hanging out with me. I don't think I can see comments. I don't know. I try. I think I see them when they pop up. But as far as readings, I only do the reading off of TikTok. But those questions were something I felt like I didn't feel like I just followed, because I had to. What's the V-ship? I don't know what's happening. I was so tuned out. Like I said, I wrote 3 Substack articles to get them out, or, you know, with the help of AI, because I had to go through my transcripts and stuff. Oh, I don't think so. If we're talking Venezuela, I don't think so. I don't know. I don't think so. It says movement, action, rapid change, travel, communication. I'm not sure about that. I have to look into the tanker. The chalkboard. Oil. Yeah, with it being oil, I don't think that's AI, because the oil is the plan. Well, it's part of the plan. See, the Queen of Pentacles, that's what they want. They want that money. And you see how dark everything is here. So they want that. And then cups were in the water. I don't think so. Hold on. Let me see if I can see it. There's something in this liquor. Okay, let me see if I can see it. Is there a video of it? Who asked the eyes for immunity? Yeah, I think it's a real thing. Hold on. Venezuelan tanker. Oh, this is crazy. It says, after U.S. Navy standoff, vodka tanker reaches Venezuela. Okay, hold on. Bondi shares heart-pounding footage. All right, y'all. Let me look real quick, and then I'll see if it's AI. Where's the video? Where's the video? Is this the video? The U.S. has seized a U.S. Oil tanker off the coast. As you know, we've seized a tanker off the coast of Venezuela. Large tanker, very large, largest one seized actually. Did not provide details on the matter, but said it was an interesting day. News of the seizure comes after. Okay, but did they show the? Did they show it? Okay. Oh man. The video looks like AI though. Oh yeah, the video definitely looks like AI. Oh, you talking about what is it? Pink Panda. I forgot what her name is. J Megan. I forget what her handle is on TikTok about her videos. Okay, y'all, the video though, the video is AI for sure because the freeze frame is very pixelated and the people are actually missing legs and stuff. So the video of it is, the reality of it, I don't know. I can't tell you. But I can see it just from the freeze frame. I have a hard time here with, okay, I don't know how to do it with both of y'all. Where's my laptop? Where did I put my laptop? Okay, because my desk is a hot mess, so I have to be very clear clear with how I move things. Where did I put my laptop? Maybe I can show you guys that way. I mean, like I said, I can just look at that freeze frame, and that freeze frame is definitely AI. Move my hair. Where did I put my laptop? Come on, George. Where's my laptop? Oh, great. You guys done woke me up. Oh, it does. Right here. Let me see if I can pull it up. If I can pull it up, I'll show you guys. Because I have two devices, and I don't know how to do that on both of you guys. So that's Fox News, first of all. That is propaganda at best. It is an organized mess because nobody's trying. And then they were saying something like 15,000 troops were going there. I'm like, really? I don't know about that. But it's okay. Let's throw on it real quick while I wait for this laptop to come up. Okay, now I gotta put in my password. Make sure you can't see my password. Something in this liquor. Yeah. Okay. There's some truth coming to light because we got the introspection, the hermit. Hermit's a maybe card. So let me see. What insights? Hold on. Okay. My laptop is up. Let me see. Then we have a Wheel of Fortune, end of cycle. And at the bottom, we have the Three of Swords. I feel like maybe not. Maybe not the video. but then it's awakenings. Hold on. That's weird. Let me look this up real fast so that I can show you on the computer. I mean, while you guys are on the stand. Because that would be an illegal order. They shouldn't be at war anymore. War. Because Congress did not allow it. Fox News, Bondi, video, oil tanker. Okay. Hold on. Righteous. Righteous. Oh, did you guys see my Substack article about the song? Y'all remember, I had the dream about the man dying, right? I had the dream about the orange man dying. And the song, love me, love me, love me. Whatever was playing in my head. If you didn't see my article, you got to see my article. My link is below. You have to see the article. If you go to that Flowlance link, you'll see my Substack icon there. Oh, girl. This video so goddamn AI. Okay, hold on. The video is, but like I said, the tanker is the point. So, like, why are we stealing shit? I don't understand. And then what are they blanking out? Okay, I'm going to show y'all. Hold on. Okay, because first of all, y'all, we're in 2025, right? We're in 2025. And that means we have drones and things that could take better video than that. Like, you know, little kids have drones that could take better video than that. All right, let's see. Let's go back. I think you should be able to see it, right? Hold on, let me get rid of this. Oh my God, we have 37,000 likes. What? Already? Okay, hold on. I gotta make it big again. Why did you stop being big? There we go. Rewind. Love me. Yeah, so the Love Me song, because y'all know how it is. When I get songs while reading or dreaming or whatever, I have to look up the lyrics. So today, I don't know, I finally thought to go look up the doggone lyrics because it just like I don't know. While I was writing one of the articles, it was like, did you go look up the lyrics? I was like, okay. And I keep saying I was like, that's crazy. So I go look them up, and the second the verse 2 was crazy. Hold on. There we go. And it's so funny how we keep getting these unclassified videos. Okay, what is this? Is this a commercial? Oh, it's an ad. All right, give me 15 seconds here. So yeah, so I looked at the lyrics, and it was just like, what? It was like, mommy love me, daddy love me, like asking for love. And then there was one part where it was like, I want to get into heaven. It was just crazy. Why is there an ad on Fox News for Cutter? I keep forgetting it's 2 in the morning. There was an ad for Cutter. Are you serious? So yeah, when you read those lyrics, if you go to my article, I put the lyric, the whole thing, or you can just look it up. I just forgot what the guy's name is. But look, Destination Cutter. All right, so I think we can play now. Is it gonna play? You haven't played yet. Oh, this screen is dirty. All right, don't be showing out. Now you're gonna act crazy over here. Okay, there we go. Why is the play button still there? Okay. And so, like I said, we got drones. Wait, they disappeared. Did you see the line disappear? Like, why are we stealing? And what is this square blocking? What's this supposed to be blurring out? Oh, coordinates, I guess. And then, wait, Pam Bundy's not the one with the boyfriend. I mean, the husband with the production company. Because why we got all these different angles? Why do we have all these different angles? Oh, it's crazy. That it definitely is. Because it okay. Did y'all notice how many angles we got? Like it's a video? Like it's a movie? Why we got all them angles? And it's another cutter ad. Hold on. I want to pause it so that it's paused exactly where the actual article is paused. So that you can see what I'm looking at. Okay. And then they get all these women. It's weird. Okay. So is it AI? Yes. Like, why do you have all those angles? Hold on. Let me turn the light back on. Can I show you the Frozen video? I just want it frozen. It's not coming up. I just want you to see it frozen, just like it is on the computer. Like pause, and then I get the ad again. Okay, so if you go to that article, which is on the Fox News channel, you just type in Bondi boat. Hopefully you can see it before it gets started. And then you do that. But what I'm looking at over here is like, it's a bunch of the smear stuff. And then like somebody's missing legs. It's weird. Matter of fact, I'll just take a screenshot and then post it probably in my community post for the page. What is it? Window print screen. Okay. Because yeah, that's not real. Okay. So then last night I did look at the Christmas tree lighting and his arms disappear. And the guy next to him, their arms disappear. And then on top of that, they are behind bulletproof glass, I guess. Right? But I guess we're not, I don't know. It's supposed to be a teleprompter because you can see the words going up and down, but he's not reading from the teleprompter. He's reading from the paper. So I'm like, see, that doesn't make sense. Why would you have him reading from a paper, not the teleprompter? Oh, what'd you get, Amy? You had a download? What'd you get? So you see the guy's hand disappear, and then when he's doing like the countdown of the 5, and they're like 5, 4, and you just see their hands just go in and out, because it's a dark background, it's a dark thing. And then, like I said, they're behind the teleprompter, so I'm like, wait, is this AI or maybe it's hologram? Because it could be a hologram, you know? Like it could be that for real. And then people are like, but she lit the tree by a remote. So anybody could have lit the tree by a remote. Like it just looks like she lit it, you know? Or she could have been there. Because she didn't go in and out like he did. Anyway, so the thing is very concerted. And I don't understand how come so many people are with it. But I do know because we, like I was saying earlier, they're watching our socials, and I don't know if they have somebody watching mine because I talked about how people need to see him in person, like other people, not just GOP people, need to see him in person, and so apparently in the farmer, but that's weird though, because okay, the other thing I was obsessed about yesterday, which delayed me in coming on yesterday, so I didn't come on, was the leaked hot. Oh my Let me show y'all. I'm gonna show y'all the leaked hot video. The hot mic. I'm sorry. Yeah, it's called a hot mic. The leaked hot mic. Have y'all seen the hot mic? The victory is within sight. The bad will be out by way of the night. Oh, that's such a Harry Potter prediction. Not prediction. What do you call the things? What do you call the things? Not an oracle. Prophecy. It's such a prophecy. Okay, let me see if I can pull it up because I think I'll be able to share with y'all. Okay, so did y'all see the hot mic video? Have you seen the hot mic video, y'all? Let me go to it. Bro. Okay, hold on. Oh, Jesus, the goosebumps. Y'all remember I told you I had a dream about a shooting on a college campus, and I was like, I hope that's not coming true. I had that dream the same day I had the dream about homeboy dying. So, sorry, my nose was itching, and I couldn't scratch it. So, apparently there was a shooting on a college campus this weekend. It was so weird. I was like, no, I wished I was wrong. I hoped I was wrong. I prayed I was wrong. I was really hoping I would be wrong. But if that was right, then the one that came before that better be right. What do you mean, which one? Hold on. I'm going to find the hot mic video. Hot mic Trump. I got to hurry up before the battery on this thing dies. Yeah, I don't know what school it was. I just know I saw university and something about a shooting, and I was like, nope, cut it off. And I closed my thing. Okay, so they said that this is a hot mic, right? Okay, this is 3 minutes long. I saw it first on the I Hip Ladies. Your money, or you're secretly ashamed of. Shut up. Okay, so I saw it at first on the hot I Hip Ladies, right? And so whenever they're putting stuff on this, I'm like, what's the purpose of this? Why did they share this with us? Because when it's an AI video, obviously there's an intent behind that video. And so the intent behind this video, okay, y'all didn't watch the hot mic, so I'm going to let you hear it. But the intent behind the video is what's important. And so what message was in that video? So you have, apparently somebody forgot to cut off their camera after they left the farmer meeting, supposedly, right? And, bruh. It's so aggravating. Like, okay, it's like little details. And I don't know if y'all will see these details, but it's little details. Hold on. Let me show you something. Let me show you something. Like I'm Fire Marshal Bill. Okay, you guys are like two different reflections. This seat right here, I'm not going to be able to show you, but this seat right here should be smooth, right? It should be a smooth line. This seat is actually very jagged. It's like very jagged. And of course he's blurry. And then he's very orange in this one. Like he's really orange. Let me make sure I have all my, do I have it turned up? Because I can't look at screens very brightly. But see, he's more orange than he usually is, and that's not my color of my screen. Then if this is going to be a real up close picture, and this should have been sharp, y'all can't see it, but if you go to this video, you'll see that on this thumbnail, you can't even make out the stars or stripes or anything on that pen because it's, it's blocked out. Then, oh my God, the other thing that caught me big time. Okay. I don't know if y'all can, let me see how close I can get to y'all. Can you see? Okay. Y'all can see the jagged edges of that chair, right? That's YouTube. I'm letting y'all see the jagged edges of the chair. And then the pen is not clear, and it should have been clear because we're focused on him. Let me see if I can get you guys Hold on, TikTok. Oh, I can move y'all easier because YouTube has all my cards on it. So if you look here, where's Marco or whoever this was? Y'all see how jagged that chair is? See the edges of that chair? It's like serrated. And then, like I said, if you look at the pen, if you look at his pen, the pen is not clear at all, right? But also what was interesting in this video, and I don't know if anybody caught it or if they're trying to make us catch these things, because I do think people are trying to tell. I do think people are trying to let you know what's going on. But like I said, the chair is serrated, and all this is blurry, but it's supposed to be sharp. And then he's super orange. His hair is white. Sorry, his hair is white, and hold on, which is different because if you look at his hair that same night, it wasn't white. And then it has this little smoothness. If you look at the other one, it doesn't have that. It's longer. So this is likely if it's not AI, it's a wig. But I think this is an AI video. But it's just weird because people be like, yeah, my friend was there. It's like, how was your friend there when it was obviously an AI video? It's crazy. But anyway, let me see if I see this. So if in this video, gosh, you guys are on my phone, so I can't show it to you. There is an eagle. Oh, wait, not in this one. It's in another. He had another thing. Yeah, he had another thing where the eagle was right behind him. Look at this. Look how blurry. And people don't catch it. They're like, oh, it's just the video blur. You guys, oh my God, this is so freaking. Okay, I'm trying not to crash out. Yes, people are telling. They're telling. Hey, Candy. All right, so hold on. Let me see if I can get you to see this part. Hold on. Give me a second, YouTube. So, y'all, look at these people. These people right here. How do you do this? Okay, right there. You see these people? Scott Bessett and whoever this lady is. Do y'all see how they look? Look at her face. Her hair is like weird. They're blurred together. And this is a freeze frame. But it's a freeze frame of sitting people, so it should not be all crazy. And then the other thing is his arm. His arm is like, hold on, this guy's arm is like halfway gone. Not halfway gone, but it's like almost see-through, almost transparent. Jesus, this is horrible. These suck so much. And it's like, I think somebody's trying to tell. I really do think they're like, hey, pay attention. Because like all of this is gone. Like even all the detailing in the thing is gone. All right, so let me show YouTube real quick. And then I'm gonna try to see if I can show y'all this other thing. So YouTube, look at Scott Bessett over there, all the way by my face. Look at Scott Bessett with that lady. Do you see that arm next to her? Is like blurred. And then if you look at the curtain, there we go, find the words. The curtain is like blurred and almost distorted. Again, they're sitting. So this should have just been a freeze frame and not like some crazy thing. And then that guy's arm next to Scott Bessett, I don't know if you can see it. His arm is like kind of faded on the top part of it. These AI videos are killing me, bro. And then Susie Wiles, her placard should have said something. And then the placard next to it is fuzzy. Like, y'all, we get sharper images from a 1970 video. This is wild. This is wild. And then people are like, no, it's just photographic blur. All right. You act like I don't take videos and pictures. And this is not blur. People. Blur doesn't make your stuff disappear. Not when you have a solid thing. Oh my God, her arm. Y'all, look at her arm. Unless they have slow, what do you call the thing? Slow shutter speed or something. Look at this lady's arm. Where's she at? That's her arm right back here on this chair. And then it's like half missing. You see it's like see-through up there? This is weird. Do y'all y'all see that arm? Look at this. Wait, where we at? Do you see her arm? Do you see her arm? uh, this is the part. Like they try us so much. Do you see her arm? Like, why is her arm way behind her? Anyway, moving on. I'm trying to get, oh, the glass disappears. Half the glass disappears. Okay. Okay, so this is, okay. I can hit play now. I think I could tell. Yeah, because they're leaving now. So this is the hot mic. I don't know if you'll be able to hear it. Like if you go on like videos on TikTok or shorts on YouTube, some people have the captions to help you hear what he's saying. But let's see. Are you going to be nice? Are you going to be nice? It's the spinning wheel of death. I have so much stuff in here. Okay, somebody keeps saying, thank you, press. Now they're leaving, right? So this is whatever that room was.
Says she's stepping down as U.S. Attorney for the District of New Jersey after the courts disqualified her. Do you have any comment on that?
Well, she's not disqualified. You've got a blue slip thing that's horrible. It's
okay, this is what he's going to be ranting about.
It makes it impossible to appoint a judge or a U.S. attorney, and it's a shame. And the Republicans should be ashamed of themselves that they allowed this to go on, because I can't appoint a U.S. attorney that's not a Democrat, because they put a block on it. So if you appoint in Virginia or in New Jersey or in California a U.S. attorney or a judge, I mean, a judge situation is ridiculous. The only people that you can get by are Democrats, because they will put a hold on it. If I put up George Washington and Abraham Lincoln to be U.S. attorney in New Jersey or to be U.S. attorney in Virginia, we have Democrat senators, they will not approve them. And this is a gentleman's agreement that's lasted for too long, and it doesn't make it, especially in light of what's going on today. It means you can't appoint a Republican U.S. attorney.
Hold on.
And we don't play the same game with
this
them.
Isn't a hot mic.
The farmers, let's come into the Oval Office, all right, Deb? Come on. You're going to go into the Oval Office.
Okay.
You're going to see what a real office is.
All right, so this is actually not the hot mic part, because how is this a hot mic? He knows they're press in the room, so that's not a hot mic. The hot mic part is when they're walking to the office, supposedly. Look, his hand went flat. Y'all remember the hand I caught when he shook hands with Mom Dottie? Mom Dottie. Wait, you remember how flat the hand went? So his hand is flat and white. Do you see that guy's hand? I'm gonna show y'all over here. Hold on. Where y'all are in reverse, because like one person's, there you go. So it is this hand right here. This hand goes completely flat and white, just like the Mom Donnie hand did. I tell you, they suck. This AI sucks. And then, oh, look at his, ow, sorry. I know, you're a little heavy for my one hand, but his tie is like, I mean, not his tie, his suit blends into the tie and stuff. Then you can't read this at all. Like this one is like not legible at all. And I mean by not legible, I'm meaning like the letters are not even separated. Like the other ones are separated. Like the letters aren't even separated. Oh my God. Like the AI tells are all over this. I think somebody's like trying to say, hey, pay attention, because they're getting worse. It's crazy. And it's funny because like for him to be doing like public events, how come we don't get them from other people? Like if you really loved this man, right? Like if you like so love this man, you wanted to see the New York tree lighting or whatever, wouldn't you be posting these pictures? Wouldn't you also be posting these videos? So why are we not seeing these videos from anyone else but the news or him? I mean, the White House. So it just don't make sense to me. No, that's not the hot mic. I'm going to show you the hot mic. Oh, God. Look at the pompadour of his hair. Is that how his hair is? Does he have a pompadour? No. So this is it's another hot mic moment, like from nine months ago. So he doesn't have the pompadour in any of his recent videos, right? So 9 months ago, this should be a real video. I gotta look. I gotta figure out when they started doing the AI. I know I saw some in July. I'm gonna put this on watch later. Now the Asia trip, look how fat he is in Asia. This has to be a double. Do you see how fat he is in the Asia trip? That has to be a body double. I know, Carly, like, people should, like, I can make better AI than this. You know, it's weird. Like, if you're the White House, why don't you have the best equipment? Okay, so you see this from a month ago, right? So I showed you how fat the guy is, like fat-faced the guy is compared, right? Now let me show you 8 hours ago where he's thin-faced. Now he's thin-faced. And the video we saw previously where he's orange and sitting around the desk, he has rat eyes, like he's very slanted. This one, he has regular eyes. They're flat, you know, like regular people. So, okay, here's the hot mic leak. Is this the one? But this is 10 whole minutes. I don't need the 10 minutes. I just need the short one. That's the part they keep trying us. I don't like it. That's funny. He's been caught in a lot of hot mics. Is he really? Is he really? Okay, anyway, is this the thank you press? Bruh, look at this. Hold on. I haven't even looked at this because I haven't seen this short. Look at this man's face. Hold on. Do you see his face? Another AI. Look how blurred and distorted that face is. Do y'all see how blurred and distorted that face is? They never pay attention to the NPCs. Okay. So many AI videos, bro. So many AI videos. And then the ones where he's in Korea. Wait. I don't have time to watch all the videos. I just don't. Nor do I want to. I get tired of hearing his voice even when it's not his voice. I'm trying to find the hot mic from recently. Because he's... What the hell? Okay, let me save that one to see later. I hate looking at Harry Sisson stuff and that other guy stuff. I don't trust them. I'm sorry, I don't trust them. Where is it? Because they're like, thank you, press. Thank you, press. That's all they say. Thank you, press. All right, let me find a short. Because it's a really short video. Is this it? Yeah. Jennifer I Hip News. Okay, but I'm not going to see it as well with her video right now. And if y'all look at the video, you'll be able to catch it yourself. Because two-word hot mix. Because all you have to do is hit pause and you'll see it immediately. All right, so hold on. Hot mic. What was it? Why is it not in order? Hold on. Let me do this week. Upload this week. I gotta filter it. Okay. So Jennifer, I don't want to like go through the whole video. How many hot mics is he getting caught on? He was hot mic'd at the... See, that's what I'm saying. They're leaking on purpose. Because for him to be caught on a hot mic, caught on a hot mic, caught on a hot mic, it's like, all right, now we're lying. We're lying. Why is this on a Charlie Kirk page? Are you kidding me? Weird. If I never hear about the Kirks again, I'll be happy. Because something's weird about that. Thank you, press. Thank you. Thank you, press. Okay, now I just watched it yesterday. Okay, here we go. The Washington Examiner. Because I don't want to get into a 10-minute thing and then I have to look for the whole thing. They sold the better equipment to the higher bidder. You're funny. Okay, so this is it. This is the leak. Not the leak, the hot mic. Okay. So let's see if I can get you guys side by side. Alrighty. So this is it. Oops. Oh shoot. I gotta make sure I charge her battery. Let me do it big. Okay. Don't die on me. This is all I gotta show you guys. Okay. So you see this room? So it's supposed to be hot mic, like as if they forgot their light, as if they forgot their camera is on. Okay. So this is acting as if the camera is forgotten. And then you can start seeing it like almost right away. But we're gonna watch it one time and then we'll go back hopefully before the battery dies.
Hey, Jeff, you know I cannot appoint anyone. Huh? I can't appoint anyone. Everybody I've appointed, their time is expired. And then they're in default.
Okay. That was it, right? So that's supposed to be the hot mic. Now, here's the thing. If he's around all the press, and he's around nothing but press at that time, is he going to say we're losing? He's like ranting about losing, right? That's not something he would say in front of a press, right? So it's the same thing. Hey, Lisa. It's the same thing of like when he was in the Mamdani room, right? And he's like, oh, both parties are the same. You have to go, why do they have him say that? Because one, I already proved it. I've already proved it was an AI video. But it's like, okay, so if it's an AI video, why did you have him say that? And it's not just to endear him to Mamdani's people. It was to stain Mamdani, right? Because the real Trump or real Mandarin would have never said that. He would never say that you're just the same, especially in the same week that he's talking about terrorists being Democrats. And I think this was the same week of sedition, like, or whatever. So he would never say both parties are the same. And then he's like, oh, don't worry about it. You can call me a thing. And I'm just like, okay. So they're tearing him down because obviously MAGA's going to go like ballistic, right? Like, oh my God, he is with a brown man and he's liking him and my heritage, right? So one, it breaks his hold again with the MAGA base because we got to prepare them for his imminent death, right? Because he's really sick. And then, so you're breaking him, but then you're also painting Mamdani because if they are buddy and chummy, what deals did they do? Right? So now you're looking at Mamdani as suspicious, right? Some people are like, oh my God, see? First of all, a lot of y'all gullible as hell. I don't mean y'all, my people, because my people, we are healthily skeptical. But I mean other people like, oh my God, that was so good. It made my heart feel warm. I was like, you sheep. Are you serious? Yeah, see, he was like all chummy with him. And Mamdani could win anybody over. Really? That's crazy. So, skepticism is healthy, okay? It's really healthy, especially in a government that has been consistently lying to you. Like, they've already proven that, if you go to Jay Megan's video, you will see that there's an AI overlay. We're not saying nothing ever happened. We're saying the way that it happened is distorted, right? So you can see the AI overlay where this was changed or that was changed or whatever of the DC incident, right? Then when we looked at the Utah incident for the after, I didn't look at the during, but for the after stuff, we saw again the funny shenanigans of missing legs and missing feet from pixelation. So I'm not saying it didn't happen. I'm saying the way it happened didn't happen, if that makes sense, right? She has new tour dates. Okay. Yeah, like I said, watch the way people move, because that's going to give you the biggest clues of what we're in for. Okay, what is this? Where is this charger? Hold on. I'm trying to find my computer charger because my laptop wants to be mad. She's like, charge me already, damn it. I'm like, okay, baby, hold on. Hold on. Okay. There, she sang. All right, so, okay. So I'm going to show you. All I did was hit pause. Can I hit play though? Are you going to be nice? Where's the mouse? Be nice. Okay, hit pause. Okay. So I hit pause. Tell me what you see. What do you see with these people? Do y'all see anything with those people? Oh, there's my eye. That's cool. Do you see anything with those people? I'm waiting for somebody to answer. They blurry. Oh, yeah. Okay. Very blurry, right? Do they ever get unblurry? No, not really. Oh, wait. Look at the painting. Do you see the painting? Right? You know which painting this is supposed to be. Like this Mr. Cool painting or whatever, right? Watch the painting. Let's see if I can pause fast enough. Does that play? Okay. Does that play? Okay. Did I hit it? Ah, you're spinning. Yeah, I was looking in the mirror too, but then I'm like, maybe the people are in front of it. Oh, I miss it. Hold on. Go back. Go back. Oh, you're spinning. Okay. While it's spinning. So there is, oh, it went back. Never mind. Okay, so I'm on pause again. Look at those people. You cannot see their faces at all. Interesting, right? Do you see those people? All right, where's the play button? Get off, get down. There we go. And let's see how fast I can go. Okay. Look at the faces. Where did the faces go? Hold on. You guys are in the way. But then you lose me. Hold on. Let's get you here. Oh, then it's too much over there. Okay, hold on. I gotta figure this out. That should help. I don't want to put another light on. But, all right. Do y'all see it? Oh, Vigo from Ghostbusters. Yes, that painting does look like Vigo. That movie used to scare the shit out of me. All right, here we go. See how fast I can do it. You're spinning. You're going to mess me up. Ah, couldn't pause it fast enough. Okay. If there's a moment when I pause it that the painting is very oh, you know what? Let's see if I can do it backwards. Okay. Well, look at this painting while we're here. This painting, where is it? This painting is undistinguishable. Okay, there's the guy's face again. The door is blurry. This 40 seconds said a lot. Do you see their faces? See them faces up close now? Where's his face? Okay. I'm trying to get to the Vigo painting. Oh, it goes too fast. Right there? Can we stop there? Hold on. I gotta go back for the Vigo. Also, if you notice, the top of the mirror is super blurry. If when you see it on your own video, it's going to be extremely blurry. Like, this is a hard time seeing it with me. He's blurry and he's kind of flat instead of being 3D or 4D or whatever. Then you start having to look at like the detailing here, and it starts to get super, super blurry. But this right here, this is not a video blur because it's only one spot. So that's definitely not a video blur. And then, like I said, these people's faces completely distorted. So, but this is a hot mic moment, you guys. This is hot mic. Okay? They're not even trying to be best, right, Carly? No, be best about you. Okay? Hold on. Like on my phone, I was able, like I got better pictures. It's like I screenshot a lot because I got to do a video on this. Because first of all, you're lying to us and you're saying it's a hot mic. Pause. Pause. Damn it. Pause. Ugh. Whatever. Anyway, as you go through these 40 seconds, you can start seeing all the details and the details and the details. Oh, really? Yeah, Becky told me like my numbers be going backwards. Like the voter, I mean, never mind. I can't say it. Can't say it or I'll get a misinformation violation. Okay. So the other thing here, so you see this little arm, leg thing, whatever, I don't know, whatever you call this stuff if you're decorating people. But if you notice, this has no definition like the rest of this. This is all blurry up here. Hey, thank you for the corgi. Yeah. And then the other thing, oh, up here, like I said, all the detailing is messed up. So I wish I can get to the Vigo where you can see that the painting is absolutely effed up. But anyway, it's just like very, very, very shoddy work. And you're just like, why? Why? What are you doing? Why? 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 Why are you doing this? And that's the part that like really pisses me off because it's like, why? Why are you doing this? Why are you doing this? And then the other part that pisses me off is all the journalists, the independent and the legacy journalists who are not talking about the things that are screaming at them on these videos. They're not talking about the fact that it's AI when it is obviously AI. In a lot of these places, it's obviously AI. And so what's also really interesting though is that like I said, they're trotting him out every single day.
$250.
Okay. Michael Dell. Now look, this is the sharpest video I've seen. Okay. Do not hit me, please. Wait, you're not plugged in? Oh. This is the sharpest video I have seen on the White House page. So this one could be our stand-in because the video on this is so crispy. I haven't looked at this video, so I can't really speak to it. But like you can even read all the little paper placards. You can read them. They're all the same font. So it's not my computer, if you know what I mean. It's not the pausing. It's none of that because these are sharper people. Let me see. Let me watch though.
Because
next year will be the 250th birthday of America and 25 million children. We thought that was a nice thing to do because it would.
I'm telling you guys, it's going to be hard
in 10 months
for white men especially to rebrand themselves.
Coming home to America
because this is just so much evil.
Our innovations.
A country that would be right now in ruins. I believe that.
If y'all stand up and fight, that's when people can say, okay, you're not the same. But y'all have to fight. Oh, hell. Okay, so when they do this right here, you know what? This could be an old meeting. I have to listen to it. It's a whole hour, so I don't really want to. But this can actually be an old meeting because I do believe he has some stuff in the can. You know what I mean? But it's this. This is what I'm talking about. You see how they do this angle, this weird distorted angle, kind of like a fisheye angle. But always when they do that, then I start finding problems with the press because they're trying to say that the press is live and all that kind of stuff. And that usually sucks. It's usually not. But it's still pretty sharp here in most of this. So I would have to like look. If this is the sharpest video. This is so sharp. So this has got to be a real one. Okay, so just for comparison's sake. So like I said, look at how sharp that video is. I can see every detail behind him, in front of him. I can read things. Like everything is very, very sharp. Okay. Yeah. This might be his double because that nose is weird too. Remember, y'all's the one who pointed out the noses. Like I never really noticed, but you see like how there's a dip or something in his nose. I don't know what's going on with him. Okay, but okay. So let's compare this to, oh my God, the Kennedy.
Thank you very much. Sad.
Now, look how not sharp the Kennedy is. See, it's not sharp at all. And then he looks different.
Also, I want to thank Secretaries Howard Lutnick.
Look at that hair.
Doug Burgum, FCC Chairman Brendan Carr, my daughter Tiffany, and her one.
And then the fact that so many people can do his voice and do it perfectly, like even that black comedian, that doesn't like help the cause. You know what I mean? So, and it's blurry, and his hair looks weird, and his nose looks different, and his face is thinner, and his skin, you know, like it's just too much different. And then his teeth be changing, so I don't know if he wears dentures or not, supposedly. I have no idea. So this isn't clear like that other video. And so when you go through like the White House videos, whether they're streamed or they are real videos, and I'm talking about the ones of him, you'll see that they're just not clear.
President, thank you for putting America first.
Okay, so the Scott Bassett one. Anyway, that's the one where we saw the frozen whatever. But then, okay, let me show you the Mom D one, because I want y'all to see something about Scott real quick. Scott Bassett gave that away. He gave that away for me. Because you can see his leg, well, these people, I think it was supposed to be live with Mom D. Oh, wait, okay, hold on. So this thing here, I want y'all to see this. And y'all tell me if this makes sense. Is it this one? The Kennedy Honors? Yeah. What is with this? Okay, what's with this bird?
Millions and millions of Americans. This is perhaps the most
Do y'all see that bird?
and renowned class of Kennedy Center
Okay, first of all,
honorees.
shut up. Hold on. I want you to see this bird. And explain this bird to me, because I don't think I've ever seen the bird look like this. 1 second. So there's a curtain or a drapery or something, and then there's the bird. And then this is blurry, and all these old men, like all these old men. And then aren't you supposed to do the Kennedy Center honors like at the Kennedy Center? Okay, do y'all see the bird? Do you see that bird wing? Why is it like blending in with the the drapery, the curtain? Like, why is it on there? And then you see his bodyguard or whoever, he's all blurry. And it's not like I stared at this shit. I stared at this so long. Oh, and then also they give it away with the Reagan painting. I always look at the Reagan painting. And so the fingers on the Reagan painting are really defunct. It's so weird. I don't know if you guys can see it, but if you look at it, it's like a broken finger or something. It looks like on the end towards the pinky, and then his sleeve jacket is weird, and the gait is weird. So the bird reflection. Oh, on the window, yeah. Well, I kind of see it. I kind of see a wing on one side. It's very, very, very light. So like, it's right. Oh, where you are? Where are you? Okay, so the bird reflection is like this right here. I don't know. Well, there's words here. You guys, those of you on TikTok, you're gonna have to like hold the screen to clear the display. Like if you hold the screen and do clear display, then you can see it without the text. But this wing is weird as hell, bro, because if it's supposed to be a curtain drapery, then it should be a curtain drapery. If it's supposed to be behind the curtain, then it really should be behind the curtain, but it's not. And it's like the whole thing. The rally, I was looking at the rally. I think that's a double because they got some really broke ass looking people in Scranton for that background. It's either they got a double or he wasn't there and they filled him in because people weren't looking at him. They weren't looking at him like they were listening to him. It was really, really strange because when I went to a rally and I was listening to Barack Obama speak, you damn well, like, I'm looking at you, dog. I want to see you speak, you know? Yeah, this ain't real. This Kennedy Center thing is not real. That was just weird. But it's like, are you guys participating in this? Like, why would Kiss be participating in this? Why would Stallone be participating in this? Or is this an AI overlay? Like, I don't know. That's the part that bugs me, is that I don't know what they're doing and why. I know they're doing it to prepare us for his illnesses and stuff because they want you to see him ill. But why? And it's really interesting because at the Christmas dinner was it too. I saw that also. The Christmas dinner. Oh my God. That shit was crazy because you can see the AI halo behind him. And I'm like, I guess I can rationalize that it's the lighting that's causing the halo. Like I'm trying to rationalize it to myself and it's just so weird. But it's funny because we got rid of the East Wing, which is where all the Christmas trees go for Miss B Best. So then they had to put the Christmas trees in wherever they eat or something. And so in the Christmas lighting, he's talking about, darling, I wanted to move some of these Christmas trees out, but darling said no. I was like, when is she darling? Since when is she darling? Darling, darling. You know? So yeah, but I need the Democrats to see him. Because if you look, they never see him. They're never part of anything he does. So I can't believe in the proof of life if they're never anywhere near the Democrats. Because at least, like presidents are supposed to have co-joined things, and he hasn't done it since March when he did the State of Union or whatever that was. That was the last time there was a co-thing with him there. What president never meets with the other party? Ever. It's been months. I don't even know how long because I don't know when they started doing this. But I'm going to show you the Christmas tree one. I have it on mute, right? Yeah, because I hate his voice. even when people are acting. Hold on. And then whoever was the cameraman, for some reason, you're not in place. But this is a White House page. So why would the White House camera not be in place for this? And so then they switch from this to, watch. They're going to switch from this to like what looks like a camera phone or something. See, look, all this person has is head. Why? And then they switch to this, and then look how blurry it is. It's not sharp at all. But you got the best cameras. And then when you see him, especially like when he's by the tree, the AI halo becomes very, very, very clear. And then he's like, darling. You know, because at first I was like, is this a double? Maybe it's a double. But like, it's weird. But y'all have to see it on your own thing. But he has this AI halo that is like all around him towards the tree. And it's just weird. But look how white he is, right? So he's not orange. He's not tan. He has the rat eyes. Look how thin he is compared to the other ones. You know, so he's super thin. But then when you see the rally, you see people breathing weird. So I'm like, did they wait a second. Is this from his first administration? Is this based off his first administration? I don't know what he looked like. I can't remember him. But when you see the rally, that's what I was saying. When you see the rally, it does look like people are trying to sip out of their mouth. Like they're trying to sip out of there. Yeah, and he's holding a mic, showing his hand. That's not right. You know what I mean? It's weird. It's weird. It's weird. It's weird. It's not consistent. It's just not consistent. And then the FIFA thing is a bunch of shit. That didn't happen. It's but like I said, they're dragging him out every day now, so it doesn't make sense. I'm trying to see if I can find the. I thought it was live. The oh yeah, so the rally. They have this really weird looking man here in this corner. These are some of the, like, okay. This man, oh my God. I was staring at him and I'm like, why they put that man on that camera? Why they put that man on the camera? Look, he is close in the end, Amy. That's why they're showing you, like they show you him sleeping and whatnot. Okay, I want you to see this guy. This guy right here. This reminds me of, what's the guy? Billy Crystal? Not Billy Crystal. The one who's in, not Zoolander. Adam Sandler movies. I was like, why does he look so happy? But then I realized he's not happy. He's breathing out of his mouth. And then she is actually like holding her breath a lot. It's weird. Like I was watching people's responses and then they never look at him. This guy is very, very stoic. So he's only like mostly ever just staring forward. It's like he's giving, I got paid to be here. Like definitely given that. This guy got paid to be there. This guy definitely got paid to be there. Because watch him. Okay. They were such mouth breathers. But literally watch this guy. I think I still have it on mute. Right? And then they laugh at the inappropriate times. And then his hair is different. His skin is different. His nose is different. He's just different. I think they're trying to say, hey, call it out already. Or they're just going, y'all are lazy. Y'all ain't going to call it out. So, I don't know. So look at the breather. Hold on. Where's the plus? He looked like a guppy. Like a Bubba Guppy. Did I push it? Is it spinning? Oh, is it going? Okay. You see him? You can do it. Back to breathing through your mouth with your tongue out. It's so weird. Oh, he actually laughed. Wait, did you see how that laugh disappeared? Hold on. I don't know if it's real. I don't know if it's real. Because they're all fuzzy too behind him, but whatever. But did you see how like he went? That was wild. And then like hardly anybody's ever. Oh my Jesus. Okay, I don't think he's real. Okay, look at Mr. Stoic. Look at him. Watch this. Unless his mouth is broken. Go ahead, yell. Did I go back too far? What is he doing? Watch him yell. Hold on. Do you see his mouth? We love you. Back to Stoic. Look at his mouth. And then he just stops. Right? And nobody looks at the dumpster. Like hardly ever. Hardly ever looking at him. It's weird. It's so weird. He can't be real. He cannot be real. Why is your mouth so big? Anyway, all right. So, you know what? Let's how about this? Are the AI creators trying to warn us? Are they trying to tell us something is going on? Let me put y'all back here. Hold on. Oh, you saw my mess. Hold on. There we go. Put y'all back in place. Yeah, like you see the guy's mouth, and then he goes from stoic to celebrating to back to stoicness. The word stoic, it's just fun to say. I'm just stoic. Okay, so anyway. Oh man, that's not the cool background. Hold on. Move your leg. Okay, there we go. So let's see if we can get it in reading. If not, we're gonna go to Nyx. We can play with Nyx today. It's 2:34. We can be off by 3 o'clock. Maybe I can get 4 hours of sleep. I'm not even sleepy anymore. You guys have me excited. Anyway, did somebody order a personal reading? I don't remember. Let me double check. I know there's another place to look for gifts, but I can't remember where that place was. I don't think so. If you did, you better speak up so I can see if you did. Okay, let me fix you. All right, so now let's try reading, and then if that doesn't work, we'll go to Nyx. Are the AI creators for the White House trying to be found out? Are the AI creators... Well, let's do yes, no first, and then we'll do a story about it. Because I need to know. Because now it's getting obvious. Either you're getting... Well, I mean, it's always been obvious. It's obvious once you realize it's an option. You know what I mean? But if you don't realize it's an option, then it's not obvious. You know? But once you know it's an option, then it's like, I'm looking for it all the time. All right, so... Ooh, goosebumps. Are the AI creators... 3 yeses. All signs point to yes. Yes, you can do this. Yes, right now. They're trying to be found out. Okay. We're going to break that down. Let's see if we can get an energy read on them. If you want to clear the screen so that you don't see anybody's comments, you're going to hold on TikTok. You're going to hold the screen, and then you should have a menu that comes up and it'll say clear display. If you want to put it back on, it should be like a little paper thing icon on the corner that will allow you to put it back on. Hold on. What was the other question I was going to get? Did they really get a Venezuela bunker? Let's just do some yes, no first, and then we'll read on these. Did they really get, hold on. Sorry. Okay, good. Did they really get an AI bunker? AI bunker? I asked that wrong. But I did get a yes. It says it is a yes, but I'll ask it one more time correctly. Okay. Did they really get a Venezuelan fuel bunker or whatever it's called? Did they really get the fuel thing from Venezuela? Did they really occupy a thing? Okay. So they really did. There we go. Tanker. That's the word I was looking for. So yes, they absolutely did really get a tanker. I just don't think it played out the way we saw it. Right? Because first of all, why are you doing that? A tanker is not at war. It's just sitting in the, like look, they said, trust yourself, trust your intuition. All right, so let's go to these AI creators for the department. I want to know who it is. I really do. So if they're trying to get caught, let's see if we can look into their energy real quick. The White House AI video creators. Let's look into their energy. It's just poking the bear. Oh, that's interesting. So for foundationally, it feels like they see it as their duty. Like, yes, they have a job to do, but they also have a job to do, a duty to alert people that something is wrong without overtly alerting. This feels like they're trying to balance that, the truth with what their job is. That's okay. So what's challenging them? What's challenging them from doing that? How is this a challenge? Okay, I'm gonna have to clarify this, but we're gonna go ahead and show you it. I know when people do spreads, they don't read reversals, but I do still read reversals. Otherwise, it would be like they're afraid of being attacked or, something happening to them. But I do read reversals. And so this says recovery, hope. I don't know. I'm going to have to clarify that in a little bit. Yeah. So yeah, absolutely, Candy. It feels like they're trying to say something without saying something. Like it feels like they're trying to give it away. Because why would they not clean up the video with those men's faces? What is this, in the past? Okay. So we got the Six of Wands, which is a victory card. Libby, she considers this a false victory card. But I think, you know how it is when you get a job and you're so excited to get the job? And then when you're working the job, something off about the job? That's what it feels like. It feels like in the past, they were excited to be working for the White House. Now they're not. That's what it feels like. Okay, so what's the overarching energy of them? What's the overarching energy? What are they stewing in right now? They're telling us. They want us to figure this shit out. They're illuminating it. They're being messy. Okay. They're being messy. Deliberately. Deliberately. Okay, I feel less insulted. I feel less insulted by them anyway. Snowden. Exactly. They were excited until they really knew. Okay, so talk to me then. What's the impact? Do I keep it this way? Yes. Okay, so what's the impact? They got the strength card. Oh, really? More creators are starting to question? Okay, good. They got the strength card. They got the okay. So they got the strength card. They got the 5 of Swords. Ooh, the goosebumps are crazy right now. And they got the Lovers. That's 3 major arcana out of 4 back to back. Yeah, they're making it so obvious now. So they also got the Lovers card. So this is how they are being impacted by what they're doing, or what they're here to learn. So it falls under that category in that area. They're here to learn. I'm gonna have to clarify that later. So what is the outcome then of what they're doing? What's the outcome? It's got to be, yeah. It's okay. Give me a little bit more here. Oh, okay. Yes. Okay, so they are doing it. Okay. They're doing it on purpose. They're definitely doing it on purpose. They want to be caught, not them caught. Yeah, you got goosebumps on your goosebumps, right? They want to be caught. Well, they want the circus to be caught, because this is the underlying energy here for this, which is the Queen of Pentacles. That's nurturing, that's practicality. So this is their thing that they're doing for America, upholding their own integrity, right? I wonder if it is a female AI creator. I wonder. But again, like it's this blocked, like this missed opportunity, blocked emotions, emotional drain. It's the emotional drain part. It's definitely the emotional drain part. Because they can't say anything. But also, see at the end, it says shoddy work, mediocrity. So they are being very, very deliberate in making sure that they get seen. And I think it's going to get a little slippier. Slippier. I don't know. That's a word I just made up. But I think they're going to, I think they're going to get a little bit messier. Okay. I wish I knew who it was. I wish I knew who it was. All right, so let's break down this reading. Let's break down this reading here. So, our AI video generators in the Casablanca, they are trying to balance out their work duties with their patriotic duties, I guess I can say. They're trying to do what they're being asked to do and do what their integrity is asking them to do. So they're trying to find a balance between that. Let's ask that question next. If Space Boy is trying to get them caught. I wonder if the AI person was part of Dijo, the doggy. That's interesting. Okay, hold on. But this is what I got to clarify, because this is a challenge card. So this is recovery, hope, new beginnings, seeing the light of they don't. They don't see an ending. Okay, but give me more clarity on that. Please clarify that 10 of Swords. Okay. Two. Oh, that's interesting. How is it that they, wait, okay, hold on. So their challenge is to keep going until this happens. Okay, so their challenge is to keep going until we're at the end of the tunnel. They don't know when it's coming. Their challenge is to, and their challenge is also what it's costing them. Again, integrity is one thing, but also I think it is costing them their family and stuff, or friends or whatever, because people have soured on this circus. Because they were doing a pretty good job in the beginning. Like I was falling for some of it, and then it would be like something in my soul just saying, "Wait, look again, look again, look again." And so I would just like be scanning the thing real hard. Now I don't have to scan it hard. Yeah, how do you go back to normal society? You know, what was your last job? I was self-employed. You know what I mean? Like I wouldn't be telling people. Okay, so okay. Because like I said, there is the tower. So that is the end of the administration. So it does feel like their challenge is to keep it up, to try to bring it down, to do their part, but it's also to not get caught. Okay, so they're trying not to get caught, and it's costing them a lot. But nobody's calling it out. Nobody big is calling it out. People who are big should have been calling it out by now, you know. So in the past, again, they were very excited about the job. I'm working for the Casa Blanca. And you know, I guess as a young person, because they feel really young. They feel really young. Oh, look, Amy is 6. They do. They feel really young. But they were so excited because, you know, AI is the wave and no. But yeah, so they were really excited about the job, but the energy they're working on, or they're stewing in, or the current energy is that they are trying to get this exposed. Absolutely. And I feel like it's a team of them, not just one. Oh my God, remember the channel that I did back on September 30th, where I said there was a bunch of people who are being ignored that are taking notes basically, and ooh, child, I'm getting goosebumps. Because they know everything. They know about the boats. They know about everything. And they're doing the worst work they can possibly do. Like, why wouldn't they be doing Sora or something? You know? Like, if you can literally have cinematic movies with AI, like, you don't need to have that crap that we keep seeing. Yeah. I think they did. I think they thought it would be easier for people to start. Well, when they start, you know what? You know what? You know what? No, okay. It feels like it was fun for a little bit, and then they found out what they were going to do with it. I think the boats thing did it for them. It feels like that's what happened. Okay. So, how are they being impacted, or what are they learning? So we got the, what was your thought, Amy? So we got the 8 here. 8. 8's completion, by the way. 10 is completion as far as the cards are concerned, but 8 is the number of completion as far as, I mean, you know what I mean. Our cyber unit is getting a hold of the videos before they get released, and they try to make it obvious. Someone's bound to leave. Okay. Okay, so you had a thought. Our cyber unit is getting a hold of the videos before they get released, and they try to make it obvious. That's the challenge. Ego versus guilt. Yeah. Yeah. Nor are people on board to keep that. Yeah. Okay, so the strength, because you see eight's really infinity, and in fact it's part of her crown, and she actually looks like the empress who got up out of her bed to finally handle things. So it says here, if this is the impact on them or the lesson they're learning. So, oh, courage, duh. Like, what lesson? They're learning courage. They're learning bravery. Because they got to try not to get caught. So they are learning courage. They're learning bravery. They are learning, they learned how this country has been betrayed, how they have been betrayed. They might have been betrayed like at work or something, or dismissed or yelled at by its hag's breath. Something that just got people, because I feel bristled, like having my feathers bristled, like, what'd you say? So it feels kind of like that. All right, go ahead, keep walking. I got something for that ass. That's what it feels like. That is exactly what it feels like. Oh, you finna treat me like a nobody? I gotta sit here and pick up after you? Okay. It says you may win the battle, but what's the cost? Is it worth it? But then we have the lovers. So I do think they are tag teaming. They're not feeling alone. That's it. Because you know how like a lot of people are scared to talk? So they're not feeling alone anymore. Yep, the piggies are uniting. I definitely feel like they have decided as a team. And it's not a big team. It's like, oh, I can't wait for the movie. I can't wait for the movie. It does. It feels like there's a partnership here that says, all right, we're gonna definitely take them down, because the outcome is that they do succeed at that, because their work's gonna be shoddy. Another 8, by the way. And it feels like it breaks the infinity, right? Oh, okay. And then you have the big daddy of the cups. And so that is the emotional drain. I hope they don't get caught, because I wonder if this is possibly getting caught because the work is shoddy. Let me see. Please clarify the outcome. They might have a third person who will say something. Yeah, there's some kind of manipulation that's going to go down. This is the King of Cups. So there's some kind of manipulation. This is the Ace of Cups, King of Cups, both in reverse here. Emotional detachment. Is that somebody busting them? Both of these? It's cups. Knight of Cups in reverse, 7 of Cups in reverse. Knight of Cups is emotional manipulation, moodiness, and instability. King of Cups is emotional manipulation, moodiness, and emotional detachment. Ace of Cups is blocked emotions, emotional drain. It's 4 cups in a row. Cups. And then 7 of Cups is, it says confusion, indecision, but I also remember another meaning of this being like deciding. So it could be decided. I need one more. Can you help me? The only one that would notice is probably Space Boy. He's too busy being mad trying to get these contracts so he can finally be a trillionaire. That's the only, look, another cup. Oh, wait. This is a good one, though. This is renewal. Emotional renewal. Okay. But then they're on the outside. They are going to get caught, it feels like. They are going to get fired, it feels like. But they will have done their job. And they'll likely be having a good life afterwards, meaning they won't get caught up like these people are caught up. Because they tried to save the country, you know? Is that the story? Let me see. Is this accurate? That's nothing but cups. Is this accurate? Yes, but stay centered, so don't go crazy with the story. But yeah. Yeah, kind of like a Watergate. Mm-hmm. Interesting that it's a lot of water, though. They're going to get in trouble, though. They're going to get in trouble, like they're going to get fired. Or maybe it's not so much that people figure out what they're doing, but that just because they're doing shoddy work, you know? Yes, thank y'all so much for tapping. I appreciate it. Especially if they're going to steal my likes. That means you have to double time that tap. All right, so this is really interesting because in the outcome, y'all, if you look at the outcome, we got pentacles. We have cups, 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 pentacles, cups. So this feels like them getting fired, being on the outside. This feels like them giving into their integrity, their values, and doing shoddy work so that it gets caught, you know, so that it gets busted. And then they just have all this emotion behind it. So they do have a decision to make, and it looks like they've made it. That they are going to do their damnedest to get caught, not get caught, but get the circus caught. That's interesting. I never thought to read on them. Talk to me about, would that be the Navy that went in for the tanker? Oh, thank you, sis. Would that be the Navy that went in for the tanker? Remember, y'all, if you want a personal reading, it's right there on the menu board. Okay. Okay. Interesting, because we got the Two of Swords in reverse. So you're saying it's, I don't know who went in. Blondie is over who? Oh man, my whole window just closed. Ugh. Open my history, please. Go, Gators. Because for me, the King of Pentacles tends to... I do not like noise. I do not like random ass noise. Okay, open this other one. Open history. I want to see who is in charge of recently closed. Okay, so it was not on that browser. So the whole thing just disappeared. Ciao. Okay, I'm not looking for the article. Okay, because I was saying that the King of Pentacles for me tends to be the Ollies. Ollie, oxen free. That's a good question, Kirkia. With the, oh, snap. Okay, would the AI peeps getting caught coincide with 45 croaking reveal? Ah. Julia, what you talking about, girl? I only been on for 3 hours. I'm asleep now. I'm asleep because I have to. What? Okay, hold on. Y'all make sure you get your daily heart me at least, because That's about a penny. So if you can do that, that'd be great, because I got to get to 100 people. I only have 70. All right. So looking at opportunities. Who are we talking about? So it's two people. And I had a two before. So it's definitely two entities maybe with regards to the tanker. So let's do this. I am not on it all the time. I didn't come on until midnight. I haven't been on all day. I was just asking my head, how does the military feel now? And this card fell out. They are upset with the White House. They are upset, y'all, with the White House. You see those words? Disharmony, delayed celebration, unstable home life, lack of community, instability. They are pissed. What's that thing? What house down? Pirate house down? Pelican house down? Something house down? What's it called? Red October? No. What's the movie? Something house down? Okay. Oh yeah. They are pissed. Black Hawk down. Okay. They are so pissed. So they got the Queen of Swords upside down, coldness, bitterness, lack of empathy, cruelty, isolation. They are so pissed. All right, so these people who are being deployed into the Caribbean, let's get their energy. The ones being deployed into the Caribbean. Oh, look at that split. That split is the Emperor and the Three of Hearts. Oh, okay. So their foundation is two major arcana. The split involves another major arcana. And then, of course, we have the heartbreak. So when I'm talking about these people who are being, hey, Venus, who are being deployed to that place, the Caribbean, these people are upset. They are so upset. Oh, snap. Hold on. Look who peeked out. Look who peeked out. Hidden Secrets. Yeah, I think it's a movie where it was a breach, but I don't know. I've never seen the movie, but like that's what I received. And it feels like the breach is actually going to be us. Ooh, that's what I got. When I was saying, what is it? I actually see us on the house. You know, are you understanding what I'm saying? Because I'm trying to speak in code here. I see us on the house. Like, not us, the people. Like us, the uniforms on the house, like the go 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 people. I see that. So and hear that. So okay, you get it, because this is their foundation. Justice is at the foundation of the military. How the military is feeling right now about this whole thing in the Caribbean, and they have lost their faith in the circus. But not the circus, but the whole circus. Like the entire thing. The entire thing. Olympus has fallen. There we go. Yes. So they have some big feelings right now. Not necessarily a soup. It's not really a soup. It still feels ordered. But it's like a boomerang, I guess you say. You dreamt last year that our guys are going to be in a play at the House of White. Yeah. The Gia said something about seeing it at a fancy event. I see it. I see it. Okay. So like I said, with this under the foundation of justice. So this feels very mobile, like actiony. This feels extremely actiony. With justice there. Now, you know, justice is slow, but it feels very actiony, especially because they've lost all faith, all hope in what this shit show is. Because they are absolutely having the energy of heartbreak. That's what I mean, Amy. Like, in Congress and everything, like the entire circus, right? Especially this guy who is not there, because the emperor is upside down. So they're seeing abuse of power. So that was at the split too. So they have some big feelings right now. What is she saw it decorated for Christmas? Interesting. Oh shoot, who just spit themselves out? Because I was just about to get to the challenge. Him. So but this time it's not actually him. It's their duty, right? The authority. So that's the challenge. That has been the challenge all the time, right? They're trained. If you've been in the military any amount of time, you trained until you get disillusioned. Oh my God. And so speaking of disillusionment, you guys have got to see this little segment that The Daily Show, Jon Stewart of The Daily Show did. He was talking about the early 2000s and now. And when he paralleled them, they're saying the same exact thing. Y'all, they actually called one of these boats a weapon of mass destruction. They actually called a boat a weapon of mass destruction. You know what that means, Carly, right? They use the same exact things. They use the same exact people. Lindsay was part of that conversation back in 2001. And Lindsay said the same exact thing now. They are running the 2001 play. I didn't think we'd get to this century. Because remember, I told y'all, like, we have in 1 year compacted all the decades of shadows that this country needs to deal with into this 1 year. And I thought we were just done with the century. Because I'm like, there's the 20s, the 30s, the 40s, the 50s, the 60s, the 70s. And then next thing you know, with the deregulation of everything, the 90s and 80s and 90s. Because they're talking about trickle down economics and shit. And then here we go into the early 2000s. But that makes sense because that is a shadow. And like he paralleled it. It was like 10 different things. Exact. And I was like, oh my God. He said the only thing missing from the conversation is Dick Cheney. And Dick Cheney died like last week. So that's the only difference from how this conversation is happening. Of course I do, Sam, but I don't think everybody deserves a second chance. I'm not God. They better take that up with God. It depends. That's all I can tell you is it depends. Yeah. And that's a general question because that's not a specific thing. So I answer that. It definitely depends. All right. So what just came out in the past was the Four of Cups, right? Refusing what is offered is the Four of Cups. But is that past though? Or is that now? Is that now? Because I actually didn't pull a card from the past. I was just shuffling. So is that now or the past? That's the past. Okay, I'll have to clarify that later. All right, so let's get into their, ooh, that's big energy. Let's get into their current energy. That's interesting. The moon. These cards are just revealing themselves. That's 4 major arcana and 5 cards. The moon. So that is the things done in the dark coming to light because the moon is shining on it too. It's dim, but it's shining on it. The wolves are howling. We'll talk about this card a little bit more in a second, but the wolves are howling and they themselves seem to represent the moon. I mean, the wolves. All right. So what are they learning or how are they being impacted by this? Ooh. We got a night awaiting orders. Just say the word. Just say the word. Ooh. We got another night. It's starting to get in motion. Just say the word. Just say the word. Is there another one? Okay. So, what's the outcome? What is the outcome of what they are going through right now for the Caribbean? What would be the outcome of these big feelings about this stuff in the Caribbean? Not Caribbean, but Caribbean, South America. What is the outcome? Queen of Pentacles. What else? Who's the Queen of Pentacles? Queen of Pentacles. Who's the Queen of Pentacles? Who's the Queen of Pentacles? That feels like a person. Wait a second, Jennifer. Are you saying I'm up, but you're up? Because you're up to know that I'm up? Anyway. Who's the Queen of Pentacles? Okay, what's the outcome? All right, hold on. Clarify the outcome for me, please. Who's the Queen of Pentacles? Is that remember your oath? Okay, we got Temperance and Judgment, but in reverse. Okay, clarify that. Oh. Bruh, when I say this is a big energy reading, this is a big energy reading. Hold on. So, what do I need you to clarify? Because y'all, in the outcome, I got three more major arcana. So this is a big energy reading. All right, let's go over this real quick, and then I'll see what I need to clarify. I can't remember what I got to clarify. I think it's that past. Oh, yeah. Let me clarify that real quick. And anybody who attacks a country that falls under the real ice, baby, they not protected. You're not allowed to hurt the people. Okay. That's some cup energy there. It's interesting. It feels okay. All right. Hold on. I got it. Wait, but clarify that for me one more time. Wait. Okay. 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 So there are, what, 21, 22 major arcana cards? We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. We have over a third of the cards in this one reading. So let's get into it. Okay. So again, at the foundation of this reading is justice. They are planning to seek justice, and they are really, really out of love with the country. Let's just put it that way. Very disillusioned. No more faith or hope in this thing. Especially since it's gone so far with nothing happening. And then, like I said, they're seeking, they need justice. At the challenge of it, though, is the rule of law, their duty, their code, etc. Because that's authority, that's structure. So that's challenging them with their feelings. Like, you know, on one hand, they know they're not supposed to obey unlawful things. However, the punishment is immediate. The vindication is late. So it's a trade-off. Hey, Sola. But the way that the circus kept hurting the knights really soured them, right? So then when we go into their past, what's happening in the past, I originally got this first card here, which was the Four of Cups. And the Four of Cups again feels like feels like refusing their offer. And what I received is this, thinking that Biden was being dramatic. Biden was being crazy. You know, when he's like, remember your oath, they're like, whatever, old man. So it feels like very juvenile. It feels like very like young man, teenager man. Um, and then so then when I looked at it, it was like emotional immaturity. So that elevated it. And again, it's another cup. So they're in their feelings. Like, you don't know what you're talking about. This is what we do, right? But um then the death happened. And I think the death here is because this is also another knight, by the way. So as you see, another knight, he's regal, he's bearing the flag, he's basically like military procession. Though there's dead people there, I will do what I'm supposed to do. I'm a soldier, right? So that was in the past. Why is my life vest gold? That's interesting. It was just different colors and now it's gold. But their current energy is what's done in the dark finna come to the light, because I'm not with this anymore. I can't, like, you showed me how you feel. Like, you let my family starve, or you let my friend's family starve, my brother. You know, you got the CIA caught up. You know, like, you've done some dumb shit. I cannot reconcile that. So it's like you really revealed how you feel about us. All right, cool. So then we got how they got impacted or what they learned. So it feels like they're waiting on those orders, but they're ready to move. They're not moved yet, but they are ready to move. Because you see, one is standing back, holding his values, his integrity. And then the other one, that horse leg is up. We about to go. And so that is oh, this is going to be for love of country, that they will move forward in that. And so then we got to the outcome. And so the outcome, oh my God, my daughter's going to kill me if this thing is not charging. Okay. So then we got to outcome. And the outcome was the Queen of Pentacles, which confused me a little bit. Because Queen of Pentacles is nurturing, practicality, abundance, generosity, sensuality. And it's like, how can I balance my sides or whatever? But again, she's holding a pentacle. And for me, one thing that is values, right? So values are winning in this case. But I also feel like this Queen of Pentacles, it could be a general, actually. It could be one of the generals. Doesn't have to be a female, but it feels like one. Jack tends to be a king, and it's usually the sword for me. But sometimes he comes in as the cups. But the other thing here is, you think so, Dawn? Okay, so we have, these two came out first. And so we have the Temperance and then the Judgment. They came out together. And so the Judgment here is fear of change, denial, self-doubt, resistance to transformation. And then the Temperance is extremism, imbalance, disharmony, and excess. So, okay. As I was reading it, what I received, and I'm getting goosebumps behind it. So I feel like they're being told that they will be protected if they disobey. It feels like they're saying, like, I don't want to follow these orders. I don't want to do unlawful orders, but I'm getting that, especially in this Judgment card, it says here that they are having this fear and this self-doubt. And since it is clarifying the Queen of Pentacles, I'm getting that they're being assured that by refusing, they will be okay. because the other clarifier here is extremism and imbalance. So these two things are the negative, and this is her saying, you're good. Okay? You're good. You don't have to follow it. In fact, you're not supposed to follow it. You're good. Because then it was followed by this. It was followed by the completion card. It is. The jig is up. The jig is up. Like I said, there's only like 21, 22 major arcana. There are 8 on this board. 8 of them on this board. 3 of them in the outcome, 3 of them in how they feel and their the challenge that they're going through, 1 in the state of mind that they're currently in, and 1 in the past that they're currently in, which was death of their kind of their loyalty to the country in a way. And then there are 3 knights on the board. 1 of them is the death card, 2 of them are the knights card, and I feel like the other knights would have fell out if I kept going. So they're still awaiting orders, but that one horse had his leg up, so I think orders are coming. There were women in that video. There were women in that video that told them they didn't have to do the orders, and I think one of them was in the CIA. What message? The death card again and the page card. Death in the page. Because it's interesting, because the death card is about new beginnings on one level, or an ending, but endings are new beginnings. And then the pages are definitely about a new beginning. And considering we're talking about it's over, it's over. Things are new. And the page being the new beginning makes sense, because you got to learn. So again, now I came in the upside down. She's who you're thinking of, that there are choices, but there is a lack of direction. So I don't know. I think they still may have no direction yet on which way they want to go, but I do feel an acceleration to it. So let me just do this really quickly. That is nothing I had planned to read on yet. That was nothing I planned to read on. Who sent what message? She's exactly who I was thinking of. Halsey, we were supposed to read on him, or did we already read on him? What are we talking about here? What are we talking about here? We're talking about, will they sweep the White House before the solstice, before the new year? Will they sweep the White House before the new year? That right there. We got two big old yeses. One as bright as the sun. Flat out yes. Yes, go for it. Tingles and chills, girl. I know you in those veterans chats. My friend's in a veterans chat, and she was like, listen. Listen. They don't need to be afraid. They don't have to stick to those, stick to what they telling them. Listen. Woo. And then if you happen to be in one of those videos where a veteran is saying something and all them vets popping in the comments, look, it's okay to let it go. Listen. Oh my goodness. They don't want none. They don't want none. That's the thing. It's like, you forgot there's so many trained people out here. There's street trained, and then there's terrain trained. Like, you got a lot of trained people out here. Everybody just trying to see what you're doing first. Look, your soul asking for it. Ask for that pause. Everybody's trying to chill. Everybody's trying to chill. They're trying. Listen, did it. Who shared a video? Somebody shared a video about them buying up the water lands so that they own the aquifers. Are you kidding me? And this is a rule. This is an ancient rule. Whoever owns the water owns the people. Because water is life, period. You can't go 7 days without water. You were born to fight, but you retired. I don't think you'll forget how to. I don't think you'll forget how to. It's just real, like the on edge energy I'm getting from them is like, it's on edge, like it's prickly. It's prickly. Yep. So six of pentacles. Six of Pentacles, as we talk about these people owning things and just doling them out, and you know, like here you can have a crumb. And I know it's supposed to be a good card, but the picture itself is saying, look at me, I'm a billionaire. I own your resources. I'll give you some. That's what it says. All right. Let's go to Halsey. Let's see what Halsey's working on. Carly Ray, welcome over to the side, girl. Halsey knows the secrets. Halsey knows the secrets. Yeah, they do plan on starving us out with the fake chicken, the 3D meats. We don't need to have a famine, but they're going to try to create one. That's wild. Okay. So Halsey knows the secrets. I gotta finish watching Libby. Sell Your Soul? Yeah. Hold on. What are we talking about? Halsey. No, now we have I have to focus on Halsey because now we have the Ollies coming in here. We have the Ollies coming in here with, no, let them eat cake. All right, so let's go. Halsey. How are you feeling? What's the energy you're still in? Halsey, how do you feel? What are you going to do? Are you going to tell the truth? Will Halsey tell the truth? Halsey, we got Page of Cups and Five of Wands. I don't think he's going to testify that truth. I think he's going to protect the Admiral, which is weird. But he is going to let some secret out with those silly little fish. It says new beginnings, creative, inspiration. Okay, so he's going to find a way to lead them to the truth. Is that what it is? Okay. But the Five of Wands, where they be beating up on each other, that's how he feels. Okay. So this is, he's trying to avoid the conflict. Oh, okay. He's like, I got to stick too. I want to know what he said. I don't think he's going to tell it all, but I think he's going to tell enough. So what's the challenge here to him telling the truth? What's the challenge? Okay, again, balancing. That balancing act, the pentacles. Listen, there's too much here. Okay, let's try it again. But it's all true. Okay, the chaos created. What is that? You know what? No. Can we try it again? Because you gave me 8 cards. I don't want to do that. Military is different. You never want to betray your oath, and sometimes doing the right thing feels wrong. Yes, that's the balancing act. But I'm going to see if it comes back out. Yeah. It's so horrible how... I mean, I understand on one level because you do need to be like 10 toes down for the country. So I can understand to some degree the psychological things that are done, but I can't understand at all. Like, you know, like then there becomes a cognitive dissonance. Okay. Okay, so his values his values are in conflict. His values are in conflict, and so is the threat to his money. Oh, okay, because remember we talked about with the other guy, Bradley? Bradley had the page too, like how the secretary treated him like he was a boy, and a page is a boy. So that's the thing too, is he had that challenge of he is still below as far as ranking is concerned. He is below the secretary. However, is this password challenge? This is challenge. Okay. So he had so there's that frustration because he was dealing with an abuse of power, a misuse of power. I mean, I understand the need to brainwash the power. Like I really do. Because that is such a, like, you have to not be human, I guess is the way that I'm thinking about it. Is like even the best of it, yeah. Even the best of the veterans, it's it's weird. Like I get it, because you can't be a regular human. You can't think like regular humans. You can't act like regular humans. You have to be ready to go in when instinct is to run away and all those kinds of things. So that is so true, Ray. See, look, blocked emotions. So this came out earlier and I didn't put it out, but this is what it is. But that's so true, right? Because like we really did move on very, very fast from the guy on Turkey Day. The clash, yeah. Yeah, the clash is big. But we moved on from the guy from Turkey Day. The CIA Afghan. Like nobody's talking about him at all. Nobody's even like he mentioned them 2 people for some, and by he, remember, I don't believe it's him, but he mentioned the 2 people in a speech he did like 2 days ago or something. And he's like, you know, her parents came and I said she was a good girl. Like, what? I'm like, you should be so proud. What? And I think the guy is actually not gone. I think he's still holding on. Or he's going to recover or something. And it's really weird. It's really weird. Okay. So, is this the past? Yes. Okay. So, in the past, here's the emotions about it. In the past, that's what he had to deal with. He had to think about his choices. There were hardly any good choices other than quitting. And even quitting wasn't a good choice because it's like, what can he do with his life? But he had to protect his own integrity. So quitting was the choice. But that also led to, you know, a blocked opportunity. Yeah, thanks for hanging in. That was a blocked opportunity. Like he wanted to retire from his duty, but he just got that job. You know, that was a 3-year job and he had to quit within 1. Yep, he is a black man. And we already know that the secretary has that supremacy tattoo. And the video he put out, and by he, I don't know who put it out, but the video he put out had the supremacy tattoo on a helmet. Was it a Christmas video? I think it was a Christmas video. And it had the supremacy tattoo, his little cross thingy, on a helmet instead of an American flag. It was weird. Okay. So yeah, So he's stewed in that, but what is he stewing in now? Like, what's his current energy now? How is he feeling now about what's going on? How is he feeling now about what's going on? Like, what his options are? What is he gonna do with regards to this testimony? Yeah, to get as far as he did and to have to give that up because this administration, like, he just got that job. That's high ranking. Like, to be the leader of the Caribbean or whatever that was, the South Caribbean Navy's SEALs, and now he had to give it up because of that? Because of a guy who's not even qualified to shine his shoe? Okay. He does feel he does feel released, right? He does feel released to actually speak. He's released from these people. That's interesting. He does have his freedom to speak. So I gotta see a video. How did he strode up in there? Because how did he stride in there? Because remember when we looked at how Bradley walked in there, and oh god, the sadness in that man's eyes. And it's so interesting. It's like the guy who's at the top of the commander-in-chief thingy, he doesn't actually be with any people. He's usually in two spots, the Oval or the conference room. Three. Oval, conference room, and the helicopter. Sounds like a low-budget movie with limited sets. There's something about this picture. Okay. So what is he learning? How is he impacted by this thing? How is he impacted? He does feel free. Asante sana, squash banana. How is he impacted? How is he impacted? Please tap the screen, y'all. Let's get to 100K before I get off. Ooh, impact. We got both the Magician and the Emperor. This is all major energy. Wait, hold on. What are we saying? Binder for break? Manifestation. He holds all the cards. Remember how the man be like, you don't have all the cards. He's like, yes, I do. I do. So how is he impacted? I'm going to have to clarify that a little bit, but let's go for the outcome. What's the outcome of his testimony? What's the outcome of his testimony? Oh, are they going to come after him? I got a 4 of Pentacles in reverse. What's the outcome of his testimony? Oh, I do. Yeah. Hold on. The outcome of his testimony, we have the Hangman. Oh, and the 10 of Cups. Okay. All right. What do I have to qualify? Okay. Please clarify the Magician and Emperor Knights. What else? Oh, okay. That's interesting. What? Okay, so he learned of their dishonesty. Yeah, okay. This is a lot. This is a lot. This is a lot. All of that? All right, that's it, right? Okay, cool. Okay. So let's talk about Halsey. Halsey has all the cards. Literally, like half the deck. Okay, so anyway, Halsey's foundation. So the foundation is he is in a new opportunity. He's in an opportunity to, well, I mean, he's in a new phase of his life. So there's one thing, right? And 2, he is actually being able to avoid the conflict that is what this circus has been doing. So, and he said, and he's very clearly written down as saying, I have spent 20 years or however many years in the military. I'm not about to obey an unlawful order now, or something to that degree. That's paraphrased. So he should be able to escape all punishment. um, because like I said, he's on record saying, yeah, I ain't about to do this. Okay. But the challenge to it all though is, one, his frustration. So being led by anger is an issue. It's also the misuse of power that they have done, right? Especially when you are having a little boy as your leader. And on one hand, this card is him being reminded that he is under the secretary, but this is also him realizing who he's under as secretary. So he's under a little boy who think he's big dog, right? So that is the challenge here. And in the past, he had a decision to make, and none of them were good. It was going to cost him his career or cost him his integrity. And he chose his integrity. But that meant that he missed his opportunities to enjoy this thing he worked so hard for, right? Yeah, he is very likely ramrod straight, standing up with confidence and valor. I could see it because it's all in his pictures. Like I did look at his picture. And so what is he stewing in now? What's his current energy? His current energy, it feels like not only is he free, but he's trying to do his part too to help free us. You know, he's like, I'm gonna tell the truth if it helps get these people out of here. So how is he impacted? He's impacted a lot, so, and it is because it was his whole life. So he holds all the cards. He is the magician, and this is what he learned, is that he holds all the cards, and that he is also still looked to as an authority. So people are still listening to him, and they are still respecting him. And so they are still looking to him for direction. And that is his, I don't know what you call them. I don't think you call them platoons. I don't know what you call them. His troops, his whatever, whoever he led. So that's them. Those who be the ones to rush in and rush out, the ones with the fiery passion, the action, the adventure, the risk takers, those guys, the SEALs, so to speak. So these people are looking to him because these clarify those too. It's also here, the page is talking about the dishonesty and the manipulation. Again, this is something he's had to learn about, and how that has impacted him. It didn't make him lose confidence. It made him lose confidence in the military to some degree. And so he's like, all right, y'all want to play that game? Cool. I'm going to take my toys and I'm going to walk away, because he has no guilt whatsoever over leaving. And he is a very honest person. So how is this going to impact him? Well, guess what? He's coming there with all the swords because, again, he holds all the cards. So he's going to be telling the truth. But again, it cost him something. It cost him something he had worked so hard for, something that he had planted all these seeds for. It cost him. And he did mourn that thing. But here's the thing. Again, this is where we are. So also, clarifying again the Magician card and the Emperor card. Here we have the Death card in reverse. And so this is about resistance to change, fear of the unknown, and stagnation. But I don't get, he has fear for the country, right? But his resistance to change is not a negative thing. He stayed who he was throughout. And this is a card of partnership. And I do see in this case With him waiting for the ships to come in, it feels like things were put in motion. He's been having discussions, especially since he didn't resign till after that general meeting. So he's had discussions with people. And I think they do have a trigger of what's going to happen. So the outcome, I had initially got as an outcome card, I initially got the Four of Pentacles in reverse. And again, it does feel like they are planning to impact his pension, his retirement. At least that's what was at threat. But that said, again, he's a very stubborn man. So he's not going to change for them just because of that. And it ends on a happy note though, because he did not change, because he stuck to his values. It's going to pay off. There is going to be some fulfillment because he's going to get to watch those very people who cost him his job lose theirs. And that feels good. That feels very good. All right, Halsey. All right, Halsey. Man, I feel for him, but he's free and he needs to be grateful for that part, for real. Okay. Let's see. Can we get to Ivanka? Interesting. I was just going to say I want to do Ivanka. And then I got the Queen of Pentacles and I got the Five of Swords. Let's do Ivanka. I think he does, actually, Amy. I think he has the choice. Because that's what I was taking the pause about. Because I'm like, wait, is he going to be reinstated? And I think he has the choice to be reinstated. Will he take it? I don't know. Because, you know, who knows? Okay. Actually, he does. He will have the chance to be reinstated. And I think he will take it. At least to finish out the 2 years. In some way or capacity. Because Admiral Bradley's going to go down, right? What happened? Miss what part? Lack of passion. Why did the Knight just come out? Oh, I was talking about Admiral Bradley and this jumped in my hands. Most of... oh, you missed all of Halsey? No, you didn't. You were here. You were responding. But no, Amy had brought up that she thinks he'll be reinstated. And I was like, that's what I was sitting there listening, like trying to see if I could hear that. I'm like, I think he will be, but I don't know if he'll choose to. And then we got the Six of Wands and it shows him like reinstated, basically, on a horse and leading the charge. Again, with his new beginnings from the beginning. All right, so let's talk about Ivanka. What is she doing in all of this? What is she doing in all of this? Ivanka, 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 Ivanka. What are you doing, girl? How are you feeling? Let's just check on your energy. How are you feeling? How are you feeling, Ivanka? All right. I'll make this the last one for now. I'll just save the other ones for later. That girl's planning. I got a Seven of Pentacles and the World. Ooh-wee. I don't know why that feels good. She's planning. She's waiting. She's waiting for her time. I think she is going to wait for him to die to come out and resurrect her mom. I don't know why that just like jumped in. Yep, she's planning. She's laying her seeds down. Oh, because she's going to be free from the devil. Ain't that it? That's it. That's it. Okay, so what's her challenge right now then? What's challenging her? Oh, the deception, the confusion. She wants to know what happened to her mom. She wants nothing to do with this man. She is haunted by these memories. Oh man, it's a lot. And again, at the bottom, emotional baggage with the 6 of Cups in reverse. That really does talk about the High Priestess in reverse very clearly. Is this her challenge? Is this her challenge or her pass? Is this her challenge or her pass? Pass. Okay, so past energy is, you know, and if you think about it, in the first administration, this was her. Like, she was out, she was being seen. People actually did look up to her. They bought her stuff, whatever she was selling or whatever. But of course, she was hated by people. But this also feels like that husband of hers. She watched him become even more of a pompous ass. What's her current energy? She knows. Yes, she definitely knows. I feel like she talks to her mom. I don't know why. That just jumped in. Okay, and her current... Ooh! What is this? Wait. Hold on. I need to be clear. So we got her dad, right? In reverse. Control, rigidity, abuse of power. But is this her husband? No. Is her dad? Yes. And then we have betrayal. She feels betrayed by him? Yes. So is she going to betray him? Yes to both. Okay. But she's going to wait. All right. So how is she impacted, or what did she learn? How is she impacted by all of this? Or what did she learn? Yes. He is definitely her worst nightmare. A nightmare that doesn't go away. That's too much. Oh my God. That's too much. Okay. But all of this? Yes. All right. So the way she's impacted, we have the Star in reverse, the lack of faith and hope, discouragement, darkness, despair. We have the Knight of Pentacles, waiting for her opportunity. Then we have the 9 of Wands, being like beat down, but you know, it says, oh, okay, feeling overwhelmed. And then we have, that's 2 9s. Oh no, that's a 6. Then we have that imprisonment, that mental imprisonment. So holding on to the past, feeling lost. I think with her mom gone, that she's really stuck. But there's some growth there because she goes from the 6 to the 7. Yes, I know, young people. But here it is releasing that guilt. It's coming clean. It's playing fair. It's facing consequences. She's going to handle business. She's already decided to do that. In fact, the energy underneath is the 5 of Swords, and that says acceptance of loss, but also seeking peace. So I think she's going to do it for her mother, is what I'm getting here. What's the outcome? What's the outcome of what she's, of her energy? Like, what is she going to do? What is going to be the outcome? 75. Yay! We're almost at 100. Can we get there before I get off, please? Okay. Hey, Tanya. So what is the outcome for our girl? What's the outcome for Ivanka? Freedom. Freedom. That's her outcome. And I heard George Michael sing it. She loved George Michael, didn't she? That's wild. Okay. Look how much freedom. Good night. We're done. Good night. Look how much freedom. So she has the Knight of Wands and she has the Eight of Swords, breaking free. So freedom, 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 and she's gonna be part of it. All right. So let's read on her real quick. So Ivanka, the energy of Ivanka right now. So she is plotting and planning and waiting her time, biding her time for that part of the world to end. Once it ends, she's going to release the hounds, but this is the challenge. The challenge here is the deception, the confusion. Thank you so much. And the hidden agendas. So one of the things that really sits on her head is what happened to her mother. In the past, you know, she was able to overlook a lot of stuff. Um, she was able to participate in that first administration. She was able to look the part, like she was a leader and whatnot. But as you see, she's been very, very much so in the shadows. But I also get that being her pompous husband. It's like once they got in the White House, he got a big head, like a huge head. Huge head. Huge head. Because even the horse is giving side eye like, really? Get off me. Yeah. And then we have her current energy here. So the current energy is she has not looked at that man the same since her mom died. Since her mom died. It's so weird that she's sitting in this abuse of power and then at the end she gets the freedom from him. So yeah, this is her thing. It's like, again, she feels betrayed by him, but it also feels like she's going to betray him too. And she's going to do that, I think, by resurrecting her mother. Because the things that she's picked up, how she's been impacted, how she's learned. Yeah, I don't think she could. She has definitely fallen into a dark place, right? So, I mean, she lost her mom, and she and her mom were actually pretty close, pretty darn close, for entertainment purposes only, of course. And then, so she's just biding her time. She's biding her time so that she can, you know, step up and do what she needs to do for her mom. She's just waiting for this man to go. I could feel it. But yeah, she's definitely biding her time. She's definitely going to persevere in this. And she's sticking to her values on that one. And then we do have that there is some, she does feel depleted, but it's also the overwhelm, but it really is more of the depleted. I don't think Jared's a good husband to her. And I do have him to read on another time. But there's the Six of Swords here. And yeah, he did her mom real dirty. Real dirty. But the Six of Swords, again, she's feeling lost. She's feeling kind of like an anchor. She is going to be definitely putting some stuff out there. But I do feel like she's waiting for him to be gone first. And so, like I said, she's going from that 6 of being lost and holding on to the past to the 7, where she's like, all right, I'm facing it. I'm going to face it. And I think that's where she's going to seek the truth, because swords, again, are truth. And the things that we think about, she's going to come clean. She's going to do it. Because the outcome is, once she does it, she'll be free. Free of the devil. You are so right, Suze. I thought you said goodnight, though. Girl, who does get up? I got to get up, too, so I'm going to say goodnight. But, y'all, we have so much more to read on. We have so much more to read on. We got the midterms. We have Barbie doll. We have Tom Homan. We have the corporate terms. We have the PDF files. We have Jared. We have so much more to read on. But we're going to call it a night. It's 4 here, 4 a.m. I'm getting out of club. And it's interesting. We have so much more to read on. It's a lot. I feel like we're never going to get to the end of this. This list just grows and grows and grows. Oh, okay. You're on my side. My side of town. Or the... What? Gosh, we got like so much. There's so much confusion and stuff. But you know what, though? I feel good because I can't wait for the movie. Can't wait for the movie. To watch my documentaries. The documentary is going to be better than the Diddy one. Oh, we're going to have all these different angles. Look, can't wait for the movie. Can't wait for the movie. Can't wait. All right, y'all. And we're going to call it a night so I can get like 3 hours, 4 hours of sleep. We would need a huge truck to move that book. Okay. So, who's TS though, before I get off? Do I think he essayed her? I think he sold her. I think he, Carly, what time next? Girl, it'll be before 11:59. I know that. Because I try to make sure the day counts. And so this video, even though I went to 4, will count for yesterday because I went at 11:59. So it'll be before 11:59. All right. Yeah. Ooh, King of Cups. Let's get it. We're going to have fun. All right. So I'll have more sleep, so it'll be better. I think he sold her. Oh, that's what that was. Duh. That's what we were talking about. The King of Cups. I think so. Emotional manipulation, the moodiness, and emotional detachment. I think he did sell her. Or sell her, loan her out, whatever. Or that he would. Wait, hold on. No, he had to keep her pure. That's interesting because we have this too. We have the high priestess. No. Okay, we'll put that on for tomorrow. Today. We'll put that on for tonight about going into that. That way we can find out, did he? And we're gonna nix it. We're gonna bring Nix out. So we can have some clarity. Yeah, we got some stuff to talk about. But girls, this is gonna be fun. You know, Catch the AI is a fun game. Don't get frustrated by it. Especially now that we know that they're trying to tell us. It makes me feel like that's more fun now. Yeah. It makes me feel like it's more fun. Now we got to see what are they deliberately letting us see now that we're reading that they are trying to tell us. You know, they're doing the little flag or the little sign. So now we got to look for them. Yay. All right. So good night, y'all. Peace out. Let me end YouTube.